Warning. Broken simulation. Broken simulation. With Sam Tripoli.
Welcome to Johnny Woodard Presents Broken Simulation, starring Johnny Woodard. We are in a guys.
Crazy Burger Hat.
Crazy Burger House in La Jolla.
Nice place.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it's so nice. Guys, we're back in it. We took a little time off, but we're back in the Wise Wolf Gold and Silver Studios. That's right, Wise Wolf Gold and Silver. Go to samtripoli.gold. Use the promo code TINFOIL. Is it tinfoil? Yeah. Dude, join the Wolf Pack. As little as $50. Make you holla. Precious metals. Shit is getting weird. Okay? Shit is getting really weird. Johnny.
You know what is especially weird is Mark, who works on our show.
Oh, I thought, Johnny, you like to do your upfront stories
Well,
first.
that is it, I think. I think that's the big one this week.
Okay.
It's just whatever the big thing is.
So, Mark is a guy who I met at a show. He came up there and he gave me a book of the Hermetic principles. And I was like, okay. And he's, we made contact. He just started telling me all this stuff. And right around there, I had a falling out with the, what would you say? I'd say she's the third booker. She was a third. It really went Ryan booked first. Off the grid, who I haven't heard from in probably almost 6 months.
Well, he's off the grid.
Yeah, he really is off the grid. It's like unbelievable. You're like, what is going wrong here? What is wrong? Are you still with us? And then it went to, I forget the fuck his name was, but he was a fucking weirdo. And then Allie, and then I caught Allie saying some crazy shit to a guest that we want about us because we didn't want her saying that, Martin Luther King was an essay on Martin Luther King Day. Remember that?
Yeah.
We're like, hey, don't do it from a tinfoil hat account. If you want to say that, you could say that.
Yeah.
Don't do it. And then I caught her saying some stuff. I'm like, bye. Yeah. So then right about then, Mark came in and we've been working it. And Mark, by all accounts, should have been fired by now because he constantly presses me. Yeah. Okay? And I like Mark a lot.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, and his Nephilim connections are great. He gets us a lot of cool guests because he's got the connections.
I like Mark. Mark is doing a great job. His podcast is great. He's doing well. Okay?
He's tall. He wanted us to mention that last time. We
He's very
got his height
tall.
wrong. Very tall.
New jiu-jitsu, taekwondo. I think he lives in the woods now. He's just living his best life. Right? So we do the podcast. And there's a lot of moving parts with Tinfoil Hat. Yeah. There's just a lot of moving parts, right? It's like, is XG going to be there today? Is he going off to a festival to do drugs?
Yeah, he just went to Electric Daisy
Johnny
Carnival
in town
last week. Wait. Johnny, I've never missed a tinfoil.
I'm with
ever.
you. Are we recording from home? I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying there's a lot of moving pieces.
No, you're right.
Dana getting us the reads right? Is he telling us the right reads to do?
Is Sam shitting liquid?
Am I sharding on my way on the way there?
Yeah.
Do I get here on time? There's a lot at work. Will the show ever make it to air? Okay, there's a lot at work. We're very blessed. So the big 777 episodes coming up. I'm getting hit up. Hey, have this person on, have that person on. Johnny had brought up, late night with the devil. Yeah. I hadn't been able to see it yet. Mark hits me up. He's like, hey, I need to, Isaac would like to come on and talk a little 777. I'm like, okay, that's fine. I'm not against that, right?
Love Isaac.
Right, Isaac's great. He's and then I'd also been talking to this guy named John Lee, who he's the guy who called in to Tinfoil Hat Live and was the 777, the 77 guy.
Oh, the numbers, all the sevens. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
that was him on the show.
I didn't realize that.
So he and then Giovanni wanted to come on, so I wanted to get him and get them both on at the same time to do a double episode, right? Because we had two different guests wanted to be on the 777 episode, and they had two different kind of feels.
Jumbo size.
So let's jumbo size it. and let's go, you know? So we do it. And then Mark's like, hey, can I come on? I'm like, yeah, Mark, come on. Why not, dude? You're great. Come on. Everyone loves you. It's a great show.
Wait, so is that really how it happened?
Yeah.
That order? Because when he introduced...
Which was hilarious.
Yeah, if you want to just make... He goes, you know, I was coming on the show, and I couldn't do it without a guy like Isaac, so I decided to have... Isaac.
No, that's
how he said
not how it went. It went Isaac booked first.
That's funny.
Then, so it actually went, oh, I might have the bare knuckle fighter on.
John
and then
Lee Schaubeck, right?
John Lee. And then Mark's like, but I think I could get Isaac. So I'm like, well, in my head, I'm just going to do a double episode with both of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
And then Mark takes the liberty of introducing Isaac,
which is hilarious, right? Which is
that's Mark.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
That is Mark, right? And Mark got mad at me one time because I made jokes about him, about like when he was correcting me in the green room, right? Like at the dojo, he got very angry about
that. Talk about that on here.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So we do the show. It goes on. So the reason I bring up all the stuff that it takes is there's also a fucking thumbnail guy who lives in another country, who I love his thumbnails. He makes me flyers now too.
He does a good job.
He does a great job. You know, he gets it. I just send him notes and he puts it together somehow.
No, he's the best one you've ever had.
He's really good. Johnny, you do good ones too. Johnny, you're great too.
No, but I mean, I do a whole different thing. I mean, for being like your flyers now are like clear. I know who the comedian is.
Yeah, okay. Yes, I got you. I agree with you. So yes. That is so what happened, Johnny, was, as you know, I run myself into the ground. And it was one of those days where I felt my body was just shutting down. All right. So at the end I'd sent him the thing. I sent him the thumbnail the night before, and because of different times, he didn't get it to me till much later that night.
Okay.
And I had to put it out. I had to put the episode out because it was going to be Memorial Day weekend. I feel like I got to get them before they go out, right?
Yeah.
Because then they're going to be out eating hot dogs, drinking beer, and no one's going to listen to the episode while they're enjoying their Memorial Day. So I had to get it out. So I sent it to him. And he sends me the thumbnail, the original thumbnail. Can I show you the original thumbnail?
Please send it to me. I'll pull it up.
Let me see if I can find it real quick. And there's a reason why we're discussing this. And it makes me laugh. Hold on real quick. You can vamp.
Oh, really? Okay.
Vamp.
Well, yeah, Mark, also, I mean, we want to. These are not isolated incidents. You know, we've had trouble with him, like moderating the chat.
Hold on, you have to watch yourself, Johnny. Okay.
Well, I just want to say, I mean,
he does a good job.
He does a great job. Let's qualify this. He does a great job, but he is a prickly fella. You know, he's not unlike you, Sam, in that he takes things personally.
Now, Johnny, you're in trouble because now you're shitting on me.
I'm not shitting on you. He does take things personally. You do take things personally. I take things personally.
Yeah, Johnny, when I say sometimes you're out of town on a gig when we do the show.
Right. No, you're right. Yeah. I just wanted to be clear. I didn't want the listeners to think I miss shows. I've never missed a show. Never missed a 10.
He sends me this, right?
Are you sending it to me yet?
Yeah, I'm going to send it to you right now.
That was my vamping there.
And I instantly knew I was in trouble, right? I knew I was in trouble.
Oh, you did ahead of time?
Yes.
You realized that when you
I
saw
would go, oh, this might be trouble. Okay. But I was getting sick.
Oh, I see.
Okay. I was getting sick. Okay.
Yeah, you had a rough week last week.
Okay, because I'm going to tell a story later on about what led to that. Okay. So I get sent this thumbnail from this guy who's like just trying to interpret what I'm doing. Now, okay. And
also, I mean, we rarely have this many people in one show, so it's a challenge getting them all in a thumbnail.
Right.
Yeah.
So the thumbnail comes and Mark is all the way over there. Okay. Mark is all the way over there.
He looks like Joey Fatone on the NSYNC album covers. You know what I mean? They just kind of stick him in the corner.
This might be problems.
Yeah.
It might be a problem because I know Mark. It might be a problem.
If this was a Beatles album, he would be Ringo.
Yeah, but he's not Ringo, and I'll tell you why. Because you would never list the Beatles. You would never list Ringo second. In the title, Mark is number
George,
2.
and Ringo.
Mark is number 2.
Right.
And I send the email. Well, anyway, so I go to bed. I have to put this out before Memorial Day. I have to get it out. I got 1 day to blast this out. Hope we get a bunch of listens before the week starts.
He did a good job with this one.
Okay? And I'm not going to get into all the banter between Mark. But, so the episode comes out.
Do it.
And I wake up and my phone is on fire right now. I'm not going to read all the text.
Pull them up, dude.
No, I'm not going to read them all.
Give me a good blow by blow.
No, not all of them.
Don't skip anything juicy.
I normally would never, ever do this. But the ending of the story is absolutely hilarious. Okay? It's so funny. It makes me laugh.
Oh, and this isn't the first time we've had
feedback
from Mark, let's call it.
Okay. Okay. This is the fight I say. And again, I'm fucking side note, he says.
Again, he's what?
Again, I'm fucking a side note.
A side note.
Okay. I don't know why you mashed the episodes together. Whatever. Forget it. I'm crying. I just don't understand why you had to double up the episode. Because
I get what you're skipping.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm skipping some stuff.
I know what you're skipping. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's pissed about the format of the episode, though. He was not a fan of that. Yeah.
It really has to do with the type of, and like, I'm going to jump some stuff.
I think he thinks that they didn't fit together well, is what he's saying. Like they weren't like on the same theme, and that bothered him.
Yeah. Well, no, because what he probably thought was I should have done a 7A, 7A, then 77B.
He wanted his own episode, just him. So that's.
But dude, when you look at the episode listed, he's second listed. I listened in the order that they came on the show, right? That they were booked on the show.
Even though he says that he was booked and then brought Isaac.
Okay. He goes, Sam, you put 2 guys as a headliners for an episode, and me and Isaac are the openers. That makes no sense to me. Okay? I'm not going to get into this. Bang, bang, bang. He sends me this picture. This is so hilarious. Your art guy blows huge giant cocks. I can do better.
Wait, your art guy blows huge giant cocks. Is that what he said?
Yes.
This is just a stream of text from Mark.
Yeah. Seriously, they suck. He's so angry. It's just little shit like this that stacks up over time.
That's what he said.
So then I send him how the show appears on Apple. Okay? And it appears as with Isaac Weishaupt, Mark Steves, John Lee Chelbeck, and Giovanni Vuk. Okay? And that was the order in which they were booked. Okay?
Yeah.
Weishaupt was booked, and he's Mount Crushmore.
Yeah.
Okay?
No, I mean, he's open door policy, TFH, yeah.
He's open door policy. He got booked technically before Mark.
Yeah.
Because Mark then asked if he could jump on.
Right.
And then
can we just say really quickly, Mark asked to come on the show a lot.
Okay, which is fine.
Totally fine.
I don't care.
He's the booker. He can do
All
that.
All right, you can. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm not going to get into some of the personal stuff. We keep moving.
It was not all nice, though.
Okay.
I mean,
I'm just jumping. Okay. And then he goes, I'm really sorry. Gio and John did a great job. I just listened. So he overreacted. He hadn't listened to their podcast, that part. Right. And he did give them their flowers. Okay. So I think it's over. Right? I think it's done. I'm like, okay, it's over. Mark just got Queenie on us. Went queer theory. Now he's calmed down. He realized that they did a great job too.
What do you call it? Gay snarky?
Yeah, he got gay snarky. All right. And then Dana goes, I just got a text from Mark. I go, what? He goes, Dana, do you think this is okay? I don't have her texting me, but it was along the lines of, do you think this is okay? And I go, did he just run to mom?
He thought he was running to your boss.
He thought he was running to mom, but he doesn't realize there's only dad. There's only dad. Dad is the... Don't mistake kindness for weakness. There's only dad. There is no mom.
Yeah,
there is mom. When I let her take care of that shit, she knows it.
He doesn't get the dynamic at all.
He does not get the dynamic at all.
I could have told you that,
This
Mark.
is Mordor. I'm the giant eye, okay?
Yeah.
And everybody else is high-ranking ogres, okay? And orcs.
One thing you got to know about Dana is that she's ride or die with Sam. If you tell her anything, it's getting back to Sam.
Yeah.
You got to know that.
Yeah, but
about
it's
Dana.
so hilarious because,
Oh, yeah.
like, what did he think was going to happen? Was Dana going to grab me by the ear, carry me over to my computer, and tell me to change it?
Yeah, she was going to be like, you're not treating Mark right.
Well, hey, Sam, listen, I'm not happy about this position. Mark's tiny little head on this. What do you know? He brought everything. I mean,
She
he
doesn't
even
listen to the
introduced
episodes.
Isaac.
She has never listened to a TFH episode ever.
And she's got other problems.
I'd be surprised if she knows who Mark is, honestly.
She
Like,
does know
really.
who Mark is. She does. She
Probably
does.
seen him before, but like she couldn't pick him
She
out of
does.
the lineup.
But it's just like, why would you call my girlfriend? I don't understand.
Very strange.
And by the way, anybody else, instant fire. Instant fire right
Yeah,
there.
we should say you called me after this happened, and you were like, "What the fuck is Mark doing?"
Yeah. What is he doing? Calling Dana? Snitch bitch? What we doing here? So I had to change it.
Yeah.
I had to change
He
it.
backdoored you, so he tried to.
He tried to, and he doesn't understand. All doors lead to Tripoli.
Yeah, the back door is sealed.
Yeah, the back door is sealed, except for when I'm trying to drive in my new fucking suit.
Or you're sharding.
Yeah, okay, that was the joke, Johnny. But that was it, Johnny.
In your new suit. What does that mean?
Remember when I had my new True Classic?
Oh, run it. It's
And
like
that's
tracksuit. I thought you meant like a.
No. You'll never see me in one of those again.
Oh yeah, I remember you did that promotional stuff with those guys.
I love it.
You look good, yeah.
Thank you, dude. So that was it, dude. I just anybody else?
Should we do
Gone.
a Twitter poll? Like, should Mark be fired?
No, we're not gonna fire him. I'm not gonna fire him. But it was just so close. And it's like,
Is he like on probation?
I
Is he on
fired
probation?
So many
now?
people. I don't think some people understand. Like, you got to run the ship right. And if we're not all working together, and it's just like nobody cares about the thumbnail.
Is he on probation now, Mark? What'd you say? Like a month, 2 month probation, something like that?
If he dude, he's beyond that. It should have been. It's just unbelievable.
Well, here. You know how we have that warning on YouTube now that just never comes off? Like, I feel like you should give Mark one of those.
Yeah, and it really is the calling of Dana, the texting of Dana.
Yeah, of course,
Is
yeah.
by far. Listen, people are gonna bitch, okay, about the boss. They just don't understand. I'm human resources too. Right? I'm both.
Yeah.
It was just it was the craziest thing. So I had to go back, talk to the guy, make my face smaller, put those. You aren't even on the thumbnail.
Yeah, I know.
Xavier isn't even on the thumbnail, mostly because he's sleeping the whole time. Okay. So that's it. So Johnny, I got in some trouble again on Instagram.
What happened?
So I posted a funny meme. My Instagram's been fire lately.
That's what I hear.
It's very interesting. They actually featured a stand-up clip of mine.
Featured it. What does that mean?
Know when you go to search and it recommends all
yeah.
I saw mine in there.
No shit.
I couldn't believe it.
That's cool.
And I go, well, it's my own algorithm. It's never happened before. I've never seen anything I ever posted in the search area.
Did it do well?
I mean, it's doing well, yeah.
Oh, it's still up. Okay.
I mean, yeah, it's still going. But I got in trouble for this meme I posted.
Do I need to pull it up? Is this something I need to pull up?
I don't know if you can find it.
Okay.
Will you look up the toilets of the world meme?
Oh, I saw this.
Yeah. So, first of all, it got so many likes early.
Here it is.
Right? Is that it? Nope, that's not it. That's not it.
No?
Well, that's basically it. It's not the same one.
But it's the same.
It's along the lines of that, right? So I posted a meme. It was called Toilets of the World. And the first toilet is the American toilet, right?
Yeah, this
and
one
then
says Europe,
on this one says Europe. On the second one, see if you can find it has four
Yeah,
pictures.
it's like toilets in China. It's a squatty thing.
And then it's a squatty. Then it showed the Japanese toilet. And that was like this cool,
high-tech shit.
Like high-tech like thing you kind of straddle.
Yeah.
And then the last one was Saudi Arabia, and it was just hot white Instagram models, okay?
Yeah.
Which is about porta potty chicks, right? So
like Beyonce.
So it was crushing it. People were like, oh my God, this is hilarious. It's so funny. Everyone, so funny. Then one day I go and I get a warning. This post has been taken down. I look at the post. There it is.
There was no nudity or anything.
There's no nothing into it. And it said that I was bullying a specific group, which is hilarious, which means the porta potty women got together and took down my post. That's so interesting. Isn't that so interesting? Because I also know there's a group of people that just flag every post.
Oh, they love it.
I could be like, I love puppies. Flag.
It's like masturbation.
And do you think that Instagram takes that into account? Are they like, okay?
Yeah, it depends on their hit rate, I think.
Right. But
do you think it could have been about the nationalities, and it was just the AI was like confusing, like thinking you were making fun of like the Chinese? And the nationalities?
Maybe it's possible. Or the porta potty women got angry.
I like that better.
And when I talk about this on stage, I go, you know who you really need to be upset about? You know who you need to really get upset with is Joe Biden. Because in Joe Biden's America, we produce more oil than Saudi Arabia. Okay? This should be Dubai. We should be living in futuristic cities. We should be having Lambos, and it should be us that are giving Cleveland steamers to illiterate Instagram models. Okay? Us. Me. Amigos. Okay? Not some other country. All right? Us. And like that's what you should be upset about, not with me just giving a little like cultural history out. Okay, that was a cultural meme to teach people about history and culture from around the world.
I completely agree, Sam.
Johnny, thank you.
You're 100%
dude. I'm
right.
so 100% correct. Am I right?
As always.
It's like unbelievable.
I tell you one thing you weren't correct about was the direction that we should go with the first story of the show.
Oh, okay,
you got crushed
John.
in that Twitter poll. It was 74% almost to whatever.
Johnny, how many times did you vote?
One time. I voted once. There it is. It's 73.9% to what is that,
Racist Johnny's way.
Yeah, well, that's what we said.
That's so funny, Johnny. That is
74% to 26%. John Lee Chalbeck chimed in saying that racist dictator Johnny was correct.
Racist dictator Johnny.
Yeah,
it's actually ridiculous. Okay,
so there we go.
Okay, Johnny.
I thought it worked. You didn't think it worked today, having the big thing up front. The big thing is Mark. Like,
okay,
that's Mark and tinfoil.
Yeah, I guess
thought
so.
It worked well.
Yeah. Okay. So Johnny, where were you when you found out that Donald Trump got convicted on 34 counts of?
Well, I can tell you how I found out. It was from the dumbest tweet I've ever seen from the Rolling Stone. It was they just wrote out guilty. However many number of guilty charges, however many number of charges he was found guilty on. They just tweeted out every one of them like this, and then that picture of him watching that kid mow the grass.
Is that his son?
No,
That's just a kid.
I thought it was his son for a second. I was about to get pissed,
and then you realize how young he's too young there.
But
right?
it's just, I mean, this used to be a real place that did journalism. This place did journalism. I mean,
Yeah.
real
Yeah.
hardcore journalism for a while.
Johnny,
they held authorities accountable.
It's like where is Rolling Stone's marketplace? It's nothing except for the brand name.
It used to be boomers though, but they're trying to reach for this Gen Z thing now.
And they don't realize that a lot of these Gen Z people hate this woke shit.
And don't give a fuck
right?
about. Well,
I mean, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, you're fonder of the Gen Zs than I am. But.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think the TikTok kids are a little better than we give them credit for, even though they're eating Tide Pods. All right.
Yeah. Where were you when you found out?
I was doing what's his name? The Fallen State. Have you seen Fallen State?
You were doing him?
Yeah, I was banging him, dude, hard.
Really?
Hard.
He's into that, huh?
Yeah, he's just like yeah, dude, let's go, bro. Bang, bang.
Pow.
Pow, Jesse Lee Peterson, you know, like
Oh yeah, you did that again?
amazing.
You did that again?
Yeah.
You did it before. I love him.
Yeah, I just did a show.
That's amazing.
He was like using fucking homicide detective tactics on me, right? He just kept asking me the same question until I basically told him what he wanted to hear. It's hilarious.
Did he bring up the N-word bit?
I kept trying to get him to ask. I cannot do the bit unless I'm asked what my pronouns are. That's my new rule.
Oh, you were trying to set him up for it?
Yeah. I go, yeah, I got this pronoun bit.
Oh, and
I go, yeah, it's about my pronouns. And I was waiting for go, what are your pronouns? I would have been like,
that would have been amazing. Dude, if
real
you had said
nigga.
the N-word in front of Jesse.
And he would have been like, amazing. You know what I'm saying? Amazing.
He's great, though.
He's
love
great.
him. I love him.
We had a good conversation, dude.
The balls on
But
that
he
guy.
kept pressing me on like, is this worse than that? And I'd be like, oh well, I'm not really into either of them. Like we got an argument about is there racism? And I go, yeah, there's racism. He goes, really? Tell me where there's some racism. I go, crack laws? Oh, did they have to smoke the crack? I go, but the law is racist. But did they have to smoke the crack? I was like,
he really leans into that hard. That like, there's nothing. Black people
Listen,
need to pull themselves up. By
you
the
know what you're
bootstraps.
getting into when you go in there.
He's great though. He's funny.
He is great. He is great.
Very funny.
You know how long it's been since I've been on there?
A couple years at least.
5 years.
5 years.
Isn't that crazy? My kids weren't even born yet. What
wild.
a different Sam that was.
That was a different Sam.
Different Sam, but it was
Different Sam,
great. At the end, he asked me rapid fire. He tries to just get me to admit that women should be subservient to men. Yeah. And I'm like,
but why not?
Well, Sam, is it God's way or what? I'm like, well, you know, it's like, I love my daughters. I want them to do great. Well, do you love God, Sam? Do you love God?
Yeah.
I go, I do. I love God. I'm a Christian. Then why don't you love God's way? I'm like, I do love God's way. Well, God said I think I'll be. And it's just like, and like afterwards, I go, oh, I always believe that if I am in a police station and now I'm getting questioned for a crime I didn't commit, murder, and they just keep asking me, I could stand there and just take it. And I realize after him, I'm going to admit the shit I didn't even do just to get the fuck out.
That's
of there.
a real thing. Yeah.
Right? You just sit there, you go, I was thinking about it when I was driving home.
Brendan Dassey'd you.
Yeah, I got Brendan Dassey'd. That's exactly what happened, Johnny. That's exactly what happened. I got freaking, what's his name? Peterson. What's his name? Jesse Lee Peterson. Brendan Dassey'd. Sam, what's worse than this? This is this. Sam, what's worse than this? This is that. I'm like, are you just going to keep doing it to get the edit that you want?
Some of the best footage on the internet is him with like liberal feminist women who have no idea who he is,
or like gay black men,
and they just think he's like a black guy. So obviously he's on our team.
Yeah.
And
well,
he comes in with something crazy.
He goes, Sam, what's wrong with the blacks? I go, I don't know, bro.
He'll say shit like that, dude.
What's wrong with the blacks?
I just want to pull up one of the classics of him. So if you haven't heard Jesse Lee Peterson, Google him now, but he's got some great. Just great footage. Let me see. I'm just going to try to find just one quick example for you at home if you haven't heard of him.
I'm going to send you something, and I want you to tell me if this was on anybody's bingo card.
Okay.
What I just sent you. Okay.
In building this country? No. How could you? Oh, okay. All right. Well, do you think white people are better than black people? Let's just get right to it. Do you think white people are better than black people?
Better in the sense that...
What, better in what sense?
I'm about to tell you. In that they create and black people destroy.
Holy crap.
So this guy is Sink the Fat Fuck's son.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, not his son, excuse me, his nephew. And he's a very famous communist, right?
Oh, fuck
Like,
off.
he's totally a socialism, and then he goes to, like, Burning Man in, like, $1,000 clothes and shit. And he's just been getting his dick kicked in. And Sam Hyde threatened to literally murder him.
Really?
He goes, I'm going to come to your house and murder you.
I love Sam Hyde.
Yeah, this guy's a piece of shit. But, Johnny, so we'll look forward to it. I'm sure I'm going to get a ton of shit. But it was a fun conversation.
Here's what. Yeah, I can't wait. I watched it the first time and it was tremendous. Here's what you said.
Yeah, Johnny, was this on your bingo card? Descendants of Nazis marching for Israel. Was that anywhere on your bingo?
Earth? That's so strange.
A large display of solidarity seen in the streets of Ashkelon in southern Israel. But take a closer look, and you may be surprised by who's actually waving. these blue and white flags.
Basically, my whole family was involved in the Second World War. They were Nazis. They were known as a Nazi family in town.
Hundreds of Germans with their families in the history of anti-Semitism.
It's very important.
Yeah, that was for the first time she says, my whole family was involved in the Second World War.
Yeah.
For me to be here to say my family story because I'm a descendant of Nazi perpetrators. My family was actively involved in the Holocaust. My grandparents, also my grandmothers. And as I found out, I was very shocked, and I want to speak about because my grandparents.
She
they
did one of
didn't-
those 23andMe's and found out that her whole family were goose stepping. That's exactly what that is, dude.
I'm really confused with it because it's almost like there's some kind of pride or something in it. Like, not, you know what I mean? Like pride in that they get to disown that. You know what I mean? But like, fuck my grandma.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's like all these celebrities finding out that their families were slave owners.
the best.
And like, it's so crazy to me. It's so crazy to me that like how many descendants of slave owners are actually wealthy people. Like, it's so crazy to me.
Yeah,
like once you get to that level, it's so hard to fall down because you even though your family, we disavow slave owning, right? We disavow it, but you still made all the money off it, and generations later, you're all going to the same expensive schools with everybody else, and you know, it's like
the power of compounding interest. Is what that is.
It's also that, you know, it's like Aleister Crowley, right? It's like, he's like this great guy. No, he's just a rich kid who had rich kid friends who were positioned in places that all just loved the stuff he said about banging everything that moves.
Money and too much time on his hands.
Yeah,
is what that guy
that's
had.
it. That's it. There comes a point where your kids have too much money.
And that just
But
opens their
this,
schedule up.
nobody had that on their fucking bingo card.
What a
Descendants
surprise.
of Nazis marching for
Did
Israel.
they even want that? Did anybody ask Israel if they want that?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. I mean, it's so crazy to me. It's crazy.
Okay, cool. I mean, thanks for the support, but fuck off home now, please.
Yeah, so basically back to the Trump stuff. So Trump happens. So the big thing happens. I'm at Jesse Lee Peterson's show. They need a little more time. So I walk down and get a slice of pizza.
Can
I'm
I
a
ask you,
fat
sorry,
ass.
really quickly, they needed more time to tape about that?
I
or-
don't know
okay.
what, because he does 2 shows. So I don't know if the first show went long, right?
What's
And
his studio? He's got a proper studio, right? Like
he's got a nice place. They used to have a live studio audience, so they have all these seats there.
Oh, they don't do it
And
anymore?
there's nobody in the seats.
Pandemic probably.
It's
killed
just
that,
a
yeah.
stage. It looks like it looks like a really nice room where like a high-end theater, like a acting teacher would teach in.
I imagine it's like Charlie Rose is what it's like, you know.
I've
or
never been to the studio of
inside
Charlie
the
Rose,
actor's
but
studio.
yeah, it's like that. But it's not. It doesn't have like the stadium seating. It's just it has really nice seats. It's
I
a
got you.
proper studio.
Yeah.
There's no.
It looks like
there's
it.
nothing. It's a great show. He's a great guy. I took pictures with all of his employees. They all want to take pictures. It was
that's
great.
cool.
But I walked down and so I walked down, and this is funny because Jesse Lee Peterson's like, "Well, you're shocked when you heard the verdict," and I was like. And at first, part of me was like, "No, I'm not. I wasn't
This
shocked."
is before recording or during?
This is during the recording.
Okay.
But so when I go to get the pizza, I order the pizza. I turn around, I look at the television, it says guilty on all 34 counts, and I just scream, "Holy shit!"
You're not surprised, though.
But it's crazy,
crazy,
right?
yeah.
It's crazy. It is going to be one of those things where you go, "I remember where I was."
You
when
think
that-"
so?
I think so. But believe me, Johnny, I could easily go, "This is a theatrics." And the reason I say that, Johnny, is because I instantly got an email almost instantly from Trump going, "Can you believe it?"
It's so funny you say that, dude, because as soon as it happened, I was on Instagram and got a pop-up ad, and I'll just show you what it was right here. I tweeted about this. It's so funny you brought that up. Where is this? Is that my page? Yeah. Look at the website that they have up for this guy already.
Like they already knew it was coming to an
Yeah,
end.
look at this, dude. Look at this janky-ass website.
Johnny, look at this, dude.
Do you see it right here? Look, it says political prisoner. I'm a political prisoner.
Like, have you
I
ever-
was just convicted in a rigged political witch hunt. I did nothing wrong, in all caps. And then look at this, though. It's got his mugshot. Never surrender, it says. Then look at the donation option, Sam. Look at the top donation option right here. Check
Johnny,
it out. Look
this is so crazy.
Tell me what that number is. The number one donation option right there. 3300. 30. Why would it be 3,300?
Yeah.
No reason for that.
So weird, right? So weird.
Curious.
No, yeah. After this, and I want to get into something else real quick that goes back to the 777. But so Johnny, I just got an email from Trump from June 1st, 2024. It's not even June 1st yet, and I just got an email from the future from Trump.
How's that possible?
I don't even know. How's that happen? It's 10:34 right now, and this says This says I gotta take a picture of this. This is the craziest shit I've ever seen in my life, dude. He is a time traveler.
Yeah.
Look at this. Let me see if I can get the time in there too. Where's the time up there?
You know how to do a screenshot on your?
Oh, how do you do a screenshot?
Command Shift 4, and then you select the area you want to screenshot.
Command Shift
4. Okay. All the same time, and then bring up the thing and you just drag that box around what you want to screenshot. You hold Command Shift and 4 at the same time quickly. Just like Command Shift 4, and then drag it.
Command Shift 4.
And you can drag it around what you want to screenshot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Oh, come on, man.
Or I think Command Shift 5 just does the whole screen. Or it'll be a little box. Command Shift 5 will be a little box.
Dude, this is so hilarious. Command
Shift 5. That'll be easier.
Command Shift. Oh, you fucking faggot. Here we go.
Are you also interested in teaching elderly people how to use their computers? Well, check out Johnny's computer lessons.
Johnny, shut up, okay? Just shut up. Command Shift 4. I'm not just going to do Command Shift 4. You could
5 might be easier for you.
Johnny, you know what might be easier for you? Shut the fuck up. How about that one?
I'm going to tell Danny you're not treating me right.
Okay. Dude, this is so nuts. Where the fuck is this thing?
Leave a review. Reviews really help us. We'll read them on the show.
I mean, dude, are we at 2,000?
We must be by now. Let me see.
Are we at 2,000?
They're kind of a delay in counting them. So
let's go to this, dude. Come on, Johnny. Let's go.
We got to be close because we got so many.
Yeah, so I was shocked. So now he's fucking emailing me. How long till he's in my DMs sending me dick pics? Can you believe they got to lock up this?
Oh. 2,000. Yeah, it says 2,000.
Oh, we did it.
Yeah.
Johnny, play some festive music, something.
Oh, festive music?
Yeah, play some. We did it. We did it. Can you believe it? 2,000. I don't even know what that Congratulations, you, the broken, have gotten us to 2,000. Mine says 1983. Mine says 19,983.
It says 2,000.
Where?
Right there, 2,000 ratings, and then down here it says 2,000. See right there? 2,000.
Yeah, mine says right there. Oh, rating.
2,000.
I was talking about. Yeah, it's weird. It hasn't cut off.
2,000.
Oh, mine doesn't say that. Mine says 180. Dude, that just
180.
1,983.
Says 2,000 right there.
Wow, dude, Johnny, that's amazing.
But please leave. They help us move up in the charts, and that helps people
Johnny,
find the show.
this is a top 200
doing us a big favor.
podcast.
Yeah, it has been for the past couple of weeks, 3 weeks now.
Yeah, dude.
A month.
Yeah, just us talking about our week has been 100%. 100% nothing but bangers, bro.
Did you say you had to talk about your you had something about your rough week last week to talk about?
Oh yeah, also like
That's what we didn't record last week because we couldn't find the time. Let's say that.
Yeah, we couldn't find the time.
There's a holiday.
I was really beat up. I just exhausted, and it just gets back to like I literally got 4 taps in jiu-jitsu, and my body was wrecked. So Johnny, do we have anything else we want to talk about?
Did you see Dave Smith went on Cuomo?
Yeah,
and they brought up the thing we talked about a couple weeks ago about his view on treating COVID, and they kind of got into it a little bit.
Of course,
much talk that they.
By the way, I just want to say this is the whole reason why Patrick Bet-David brought him on is to be a punching bag.
Cuomo. You think so? Really?
This is why Patrick Bet-David.
That's generous to Patrick Bet-David. I'll say that. You're being very generous.
I think, but he decided to bring him on back with, in my humble opinion, I have no information, no inside information, but I basically I think when he saw the reaction of Candace Owens lighting this dude up, and Candace Owens was at the Daily Wire at the time, he was like, oh, I get that guy, and we could just light him up all the time. Okay. And even though this went really well, and we're all huge fans of Dave Smith,
big fan,
right? Yeah. Love him, everything he's doing. I don't think this looks good because Cuomo should be in the same place as Don Lemon and Brian Seltzer, whatever his name is, and that is out of work and broke. Yeah. They'll never be broke because they made so much money, but he shouldn't be working right now. When you looked at Brian Seltzer's numbers and you looked at Don Lemon's, why Don Lemon stopped the show? Because it was going to reveal that nobody's listening.
Yeah.
It's why you see big name stand-up comics stop doing podcasts when nobody tunes in.
Yeah, because you can only pay for so many fake downloads
until everyone figures it out.
Listen.
Do you know that Lady Gaga lost her YouTube channel because she was faking so many views?
There's a story I was going to pull a couple weeks ago. Reddit is getting sued by people who advertise with Reddit because they were faking. They've been accused of faking. You said you've had problem with ads. Like nobody, you don't get any traction off of ads.
Yeah.
They're faking. A lot of these places are just making up the numbers. They're faking.
I totally think I think they do that with adding. It's so funny because the industry standard is Libsyn, and Libsyn totally got busted fudging numbers. And then, it's like on YouTube, they tell us our numbers are like nothing. And then I look at some people get huge numbers and we get around the same amount of comments.
Yeah.
So it's like crazy,
yeah, it
right?
Doesn't make any sense. Well, we'll have it where we'll have just as many comments as views on certain videos when we go live, which doesn't make any sense, really. So here's this.
Ivermectin is the way to go. Take it. Joe Rogan got better from ivermectin. And by the way, I don't like what people did to Joe Rogan about ivermectin. I don't like it. You did it. No.
Yes, totally
you did. Find the clips.
Dude, find the clips. You shamed Joe Rogan.
Find the clips.
You said he's taking horse dewormer. You and Don Lemon were chuckling at each other about it. I'll go find the clips.
First of all, you just saw the clips. I'm not chuckling. I'm listening to Don. But
no. The clip I'm talking about wasn't on there, and it's absolutely there. Here, do we have it? Hold on. Let's play the clip.
Injecting drugs for animals and horse.
And people telling them to. Oh, my God. What person? You talk about cancel culture and who to shame. Ivermectin, a dewormer. Really?
They are shaming themselves.
That's what it is.
They're shaming themselves.
So you're taking a dewormer right now.
Chris,
you can't apologize for that. You weren't being clear that it was this, and you know that, dude. You're being so dishonest right now, man.
I'm not being dishonest.
Talking about ivermectin, the drug. You were not talking about this version of ivermectin. Come on.
Come on.
That's
man.
So good, man. That is so good. I'm so happy that Dave Smith went on there, and you could tell Cuomo was like, they're not going to pull that clip. They'll never pull that. They don't have that quick, because that's what they do on TV. They say, oh, find the clip. I never said it. That's what they do in debates because they know that nobody can pull clips up in debates, political debates. They say that all the time, like, I never said that. And then they know that they won't be able to prove it, and anybody who hears that, who's inclined to believe them, is going to believe them. Oh, fuck that guy forever.
Yeah.
But
my point is like, the reason I think even if this goes well, that Patrick Bet David loses, it kind of blows up in his face because people are mad that you're even paying this guy.
Yeah.
Like he should be like scrambling the way Don Lemon is and the way Brian Seltzer is for being, and like, what is going on with Rachel Maddow? How does she still have a job on that dumpster fire called MSNBC? And how are so many fucking smart people still falling for this Trump shit? Both sides.
It's dumb, dude.
It's so crazy to me.
I wanted to talk to you about this. You finally saw Late Night with the Devil. You said I was curious what, you said you had some niggles. What were they?
Some what?
Niggles.
Oh, interesting.
What were they?
I almost thought you just called me a re-nigger. That's what I thought you just did right there.
What were they?
There were some moments where it got like campy, and that was the biggest.
Oh, okay.
There were campy moments.
Well, it's meant to be like a 70s style horror thing, I think.
Yeah,
is what that was.
And in that sense, it kind of accomplished that. But you're in 2024.
The effects were a little silly,
a little campy.
Yeah, you're right. You're totally right. That's the
word. That was it because they had everything laid out to be amazing. And
you wanted it to be more realistic as well.
I wanted it to be more less like Exorcist today, watching The Exorcist from the 70s.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
You know, like
they used. It seems like and I don't know this for a fact, but it seemed like they used period correct like techniques for the horrors, like the
right.
super,
I get that, but like
shit.
the death scene should have been a little bit more.
They look silly. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
You're right.
If you're saying it really happens, it should look more realistic.
I thought it was going to be something.
That
with
is
the
what is it?
philosophy.
Niggling? Is that what you
call it? Well, a niggle
it?
is just like a small complaint, like a
Yeah,
little.
I mean,
not a serious.
overall, I liked it. To the point where I go, okay, people are making a bigger deal than this.
But how does that get made? Is what I wonder when I see that. Like
because it is the occult.
Yeah,
and that's why it gets made because it is like we think they're in a weird way making fun of it or illuminating it, and maybe they're just playing to it.
Part of the ritual,
Yeah,
possibly.
Yeah, 100%.
And that the star of that, David, what is his name? Dastmalchian is a guy who is outspoken about his battles with substance and is really inspirational. I encourage you to go see. He's giving speeches and stuff. Really, a guy who was in the darkest of places and came through. And if you ever wanted to root for anybody, an actor, he's the one. I was happy to see him have such a big movie.
Now, hold on. What was... Hold on 1 second.
Yeah.
Ah, fuck. It's not it. It totally changed. That's so crazy to me.
The email?
Yeah, I thought I had it said June 1st, and it doesn't now. That's so weird. It changed.
You took a picture of it, right?
Yeah, well, I tried to take a picture of it, and now it doesn't say the same thing. I was trying to...
Did a Mandela effect just happen in your life?
In real time, dude. Yeah, so that was it. I mean, and that's nitpicking, right?
Yeah.
That's just nitpicking, but I felt it.
Nitpicking?
What did you say? I was niggling?
Nitpicking.
You said I was niggling.
Yeah. You just said nitpicking. No,
I
I'm
thought
wondering
you
who
just
Nick
said
is.
niggling.
Niggling. Yeah, that's another word. Speaking of niggling, did you see Lizzo reacting to South Park?
That was so crazy, dude.
Made me feel a little bad. A little bit for her.
She took it better than I thought.
Much better. I thought it was fake at first. At first, I was like, "This must be."
I
fake.
thought that to the point where you thought maybe they synced it up.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. She was watching.
But I
something
will tell
else,
you, this makes you like her a little more.
It does, absolutely.
Right?
It does.
You're like, okay,
yeah.
She has a sense of humor. She knows who she is.
So she tweeted like that she was afraid to watch it and that she knew it was going to happen eventually, that she was going to end up on South Park. And here she is watching.
There we go.
Now, this is just one part of it, by the way. I watched this episode. They're in her ass in this episode proper. It's all about Wegovy and all the weight loss drugs. This whole episode is about it. It's like 50-minute long, because they're doing those super episodes now since they only work like once every 3 months.
These new drugs are pretty amazing. I was feeling so ashamed of myself, watching Randy go out and exercise all the time and not eating as much. But I just don't have the same kind of willpower he has.
Which of the drugs are you on, Sharon? Ozempic, Mounjaro?
Oh, no, I talked to my doctor. He said insurance would only pay for those if I had diabetes.
But if you can't afford them, then how are you managing your weight?
Don't you know, Sheila? Now there's a whole new obesity drug for those of us who can't afford Ozempic and Mounjaro. I've controlled all my cravings to be thinner with Lizzo.
It's Lizzo. FDA-approved Lizzo makes you feel good about your weight, and it costs 90% less than Ozempic.
I've lowered my standards and my expectations.
It's Lizzo. In case studies, 70% of patients on Lizzo no longer care how much they weigh.
She's got her mouth
I
covered.
don't give two shits.
It's Lizzo. Lizzo helps you eat everything you want and keep physical activity to a minimum. Some patients report constipation while listening to Lizzo. Stop listening to Lizzo if you experience suicidal thoughts. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis, hypothermia,
Cut the fucking album!
out your ears. Are you living with concerns of obesity?
Ask about the power of not giving a fuck with Lizzo.
Period. That's crazy.
I did.
Yeah.
She took it way
She
better.
took it really well.
Way better than I thought.
And I'll just say the premise of the episode is that rich people have those expensive drugs and that poor people have to get by on body positivity is the idea, that when you're poor, you just got to be happy with how you look. But for rich people, it does matter to lose weight. So I thought that was funny. Good for her.
Yeah, good for her, dude.
There's a big, do you want to do the news now?
Yeah.
Okay. There was a big Supreme Court decision.
Oh, well, I have a...
do you have something else? Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Hold on. Okay, hold on.
What are you doing over there?
I just have to put this out why it's relevant.
Okay. Do you want me to vamp here? Is that?
Yeah,
okay.
no, you can start doing your thing.
Well, I'm not going to start reading news while you're not listening because you can't possibly type and listen to me at the same time. I know that's not possible.
I can.
No, you can't. You absolutely cannot. If you're listening at home, I guess I can talk about John Leguizamo was talking about how Donald Trump. I'm just going to read the tweet. Donald Trump and I are both from Queens. I'd love to go back, but he can't. He's not welcome there, just like he's not welcome in Manhattan, and he knows it. Donnie, if you're going to keep coming to NYC, stick to the courthouse, he said. This was before, of course,
Everybody
Donald Trump
hates that motherfucker.
Went to the Bronx and just had a massive turnout. I mean, tons of black people there, tons of Puerto Ricans. Just everybody you would think wouldn't be in a MAGA hat was there in a MAGA hat. It was really, he's clearly going to win. This is something we missed from a couple weeks ago that I was just so sorry we missed that we had to play. If you didn't hear this at home, Marjorie Taylor Greene
this is the
getting
best.
into it with this woman called
Didn't we play this already?
We did not. No, this was the week we didn't.
Unbelievable, dude.
I'm just curious, just to better understand your ruling. If someone on this committee then starts talking about somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body, that would not be engaging in personalities, correct?
A what now?
He didn't hear.
Chairman, I make a motion to strike those words.
I don't think that's
Hold on.
I'm trying to find clarification on what quality.
Chairman, motion to strike those words.
I have no idea what you just said.
We're not gonna do this. Look, you guys earlier literally just
You just voted to do it.
Y'all did it first, so you don't
just voted to do it.
Order.
I'm trying to get clarification.
Look at calm down. Calm down.
No, because this is what y'all do. So I'm trying to get
Miss
clarification.
Crockett, you're not recognized. Miss Crockett.
I can't hear you with your yelling. Calm down.
Yeah.
And then she goes on to make fun of her. Marjorie Taylor Greene makes fun of her fake eyelashes. I saw this. She called her,
I saw that too.
Bleach blonde, bad built butch body is what she called her, which is
so. I
hilarious.
saw this, and then somebody had taken had found interviews with that black chick, and she speaks so proper.
Oh, really?
There's
Oh,
no
that's
hood
funny.
in her.
That's
None.
so funny.
And this gets into everything is archetypes. Everything is archetypes.
Oh, especially for
And it's
politicians.
like,
yeah.
how many times have you seen like comedians go up and they're like an Asian comic and they're just like, hey, how are you? Yeah, I'm having a great day. And then they go on stage, they're like, oh, I just get here with rickshaw. Me pull hard. No happy ending. And like, that's how they blow up.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy to me.
It's our fault.
And you
for
see it all the time.
wrecking
You
it.
see comedians from Canada start to super Canada it up on stage, and they all just start playing this character. And like, that chick is not that chick.
Well, that used to be what comedy was, though, was characters. I mean, you know.
Well, that's why I love Adam Ray actually does characters on stage, and they're really funny. I think they're great.
I'm glad that's not comedy, mainstream comedy anymore. Like, you know, at least the stuff I like, but it used to be. That's
I
what
love
you had
characters.
to do. You had to
I
have
love
an
what
angle
Adam
like
Ray's
that.
doing.
Ms. Green agrees to strike her words.
I believe she
Chair
needs to
recognizes-
apologize. No, she
Perry,
needs to apologize.
okay, hold on. Then after Mr. Perry's going to be recognized, then Ms. Green
I'm not
has 4 minutes and
apologizing.
21
Well,
seconds.
then you're not
reserve the right to
striking your
object.
words. I am
Mr.
not
Perry.
apologizing.
Now let's go. Come on, guys.
Why don't you debate me?
Mr. Chairman, the minority.
It's pretty self-evident.
You're not.
Yeah, you're
out
not.
of order.
You don't have enough
You're out of order.
intelligence.
Chair recognizes Mr. Perry.
Okay, move to strike
I'd like to
I
strike
move to
those
strike the
words
lady's
as well.
words.
I would like
Strike the
order.
lady's
Well.
words again.
That's 2 requests to strike. That's 2 requests to strike. Oh, they cannot take the
There's
words.
another motion to strike her words again. Please,
All right,
get
okay,
your
here's
members
the
on board.
women in government?
The correct
Is this
part
what
was
you wanted?
Ms. Green,
comes
you
in
asked
with
unanimous
this. Oh, no, baby
you
girl,
agree to
baby
unanimous
girl.
consent to
Baby
strike your
girl.
words.
This guy has no.
I repeat again
no
for the
control
second
over this
time. Yes, I'll strike
right.
my words,
That-
but I'm not
all right.
apologizing.
Without objection.
So and then there's a little more.
How dare you attack
Meeting
the
will suspend.
physical
Meeting
appearance
will
of another
suspend.
person? Are your feelings hurt?
Her words down.
Aw.
Oh, girl, baby girl.
Oh, really?
She's
Don't
so
even
phony.
play.
Baby
She's
girl,
We're
I
gonna,
don't
we
think
are going to move and we're going to take your words down.
I second.
How dare you?
Oh, baby girl.
Oh, baby girl.
Baby girl. She's she's playing this character.
Yes.
They're like, she was just bartender. She owned the bar.
And the thing that started all, I think she talked about her fake eyelashes. Marjorie Taylor Greene talked about her fake eyelashes. The other
they all suck.
AOC.
They all suck.
This is an old video that just came across my feed recently. Did you see? So this was something that happened a while ago, but they just got the footage of it like more recently. I still think it's a little bit old. Of this Amazon driver, right? He's hard of hearing in one ear and ended up straddled over the train tracks. Look what it does to his car,
intense footage released today from Wisconsin, an Amazon delivery truck being cut in half by an oncoming Amtrak train resurfaces. The incident occurred in November of 2021. The intense video shows the moment driver Alexander Evans narrowly misses being hit. Evans is deaf in his left ear and says he did not hear the train's horn, adding there were no warning lights or signs signaling the train coming. Miraculously,
how was there no warning of the train? Oh, it's just one of those with a sign. There was a sign. He said there wasn't.
That was the craziest shit I've ever seen.
I mean, the whole back of the van, it just disappears. It disintegrates. Oh, this is Dave Letterman at the Taco Bell driver.
So did you know that everyone hated Letterman? All the writers hated Letterman.
I'm not surprised. He's famously difficult. He was the best late night host, but he's famously difficult.
Isn't it funny to you that like now he's this woke fucking garbage man? Like it's like surprised. Why do they do that all the time?
He was back then too. He would get into it with like who was it? He had like Bush or McCain on or something and did that whole honest to God, man, honest to God. Like, I can't believe you're letting all these kids get killed over. He's always been political.
Yeah, but dude, it's like now you're like, oh, feelings. And it's just like, dog, you were an asshole to everybody. You fucked your staff. And I don't even hate him for that. I don't even hate him for that.
He was, because he was funny. He got away with it. Yeah.
But it's like now you're like, oh, let's be sensitive and talk to Obama.
None of those guys has ever been quicker than him on late night.
Yeah, that's done. Those days are done.
Oh, no, none of these guys are dull as dishwater now, man. They're terrible. Just like, late night's so bad.
It's so bad. There's no place for it. And
Kimmel's fine, but
Kimmel
he's
used to be great. He's not anymore.
No, he's all political now. But
no,
he's
just dude. He lost a basketball game to Ted Cruz. We were talking about that in Conspiracy.
Was so funny.
Like, how bad is that, dude?
Yeah, that was hugely embarrassing.
Oh, God.
This is just one story from Variety. Not a big deal, but Jeff Daniels is talking about his experience on Dumb and Dumber and how his agents, all of his agents, were trying to get him off of that movie while it was being recorded. Like, while they were filming that, they were trying to get him off of it. Like, this is a huge mistake for your career. And Mike came away with, like, what are agents even for, really?
Yeah.
Why can't you just have a lawyer who negotiates your contracts? Why do you have to have an agent? Because they're never they're all it's just stories like this.
I mean, like when you get to a certain level, they do. Bill Murray doesn't have an agent; he has an email you send to, or a number. Yeah,
that's great.
I think Jack got like that too, where it's like, oh, I don't need an agent. Just tell me.
Yeah, it just doesn't seem necessary to me. Rapper accident. I'm not even gonna show the video or talk about it. This is just a headline. Rapper accidentally kills himself on social media after pointing a gun at his head and pulling the trigger.
So sad.
So stupid, man.
It's so dumb. What are you doing?
His last words were, bitch, look, I got that 30 on that bitch N-word. Yeah, fuck y'all N-word. Those are his last words.
Somebody put that should be on a fucking t-shirt.
It's a meme now. That's what it look. I want to show his face. He's a kid. You want to see it?
Yeah, I mean, dude,
I just feel bad.
I feel bad too, bitch. Look, I got the 30 on the bitch. Yeah, fuck. Oh, dude,
it's terrible.
Oh yeah, dog.
It's so sad.
Oh yeah, dude. That's.
So Eddie Vedder.
Can you look up? Can we hear any of his songs?
The rapper?
Yeah. Does he have any songs? Like, what is he? Is he a porn star? Like, you know, how everyone's a porn star.
Oh, I got you.
You know, you just do porn.
You're on OnlyFans sucking dick.
You're not really a star.
Yeah, I got you.
Is he a rapper or is he
17. Just? Let's see. What is his name? Rilo Huncho.
Yeah, see if you can find one song. I want to hear what Rilo Huncho.
Hey, you know it'd be hilarious if we play his song and get a takedown notice. Rilo's dead and he's still sending takedown notices. Let's see if we can. Yeah, here's some links for YouTube music. Let's see if this comes up. Rilo Huncho. Bro, This ain't his. You know his number one song is called
what?
DOA. That's fucking weird.
We tell you say it enough.
Yep.
Should we listen to it?
Here you go.
You know we been getting money, might just put it on the plate. You know I'm 17 years old, but I still told out on that Drake. You know it's bitches in this party, they gon' shake their ass today. You can't slime a fucking nigga, always been a fucking snake. I'm steady stacking up that shit, I'm trying to pull off in a race. This that type of music, she gon' throw that big ass fucking fast. Get up on the stage, I'ma rob the show, they call.
Yeah, I wouldn't say the music industry's missing much there.
Well, I don't want to say that about him, but
I will.
It's just like, don't you gotta like,
God rest his soul.
Don't you gotta match it to the beat?
That's the idea. Yeah, generally.
Right? It's just like he's just plowing through.
He's 17, man.
Yeah, I know, but.
So Eddie Vedder, and my comment about this guy is why is the only time we can understand him when he's talking pure shit? Because when you sing, you can't understand a fucking word the guy says.
Can you just enjoy being a rock star?
Yeah.
It's just like I remember when I saw Pearl Jam, and I'll tell you, there's no better live band than Pearl Jam, meaning nobody sounds more like their album than Pearl Jam live. They sound like the studio.
Mountaintops with him on top. I had no idea what he was saying
at one time.
Oh, they
dude.
were huge in the 90s.
Oh my!
Not a huge fan. They're okay. I like
love
some
them.
songs.
I
like
love
that
Pearl
song,
Jam.
Jeremy,
but
a few others. But.
I mean, he comes to Vegas. I'm in college, or I'm going to school there. I just graduated. It's like mid 90s. He comes there and he's like, I just don't get it. And he's talking about the people playing casinos. I just don't get it. What why are people playing slots? It's like, hey, dog, shut the fuck up. Okay? Nobody cares that you don't understand slots.
They're paying your bills right now, bro.
Okay? They're just looking to escape like I'm looking to escape you talking diarrhea right now, okay?
I'm up on slots, by the way, over the years. I'm up a lot.
Dude, it's just an escapism. No, they work hard their lives. They want to come to Vegas, eat some shrimp cocktail, and play some...
Have some action. It's some action.
Like, what do you mean? It's not rocket science, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
it's just dude. Listen, man. Like when you venture into places that you're not making money off. So it's like with me, right? It's like Sam Tripoli. I have political takes, and I get rewarded and I get punished for that, right?
Yeah.
So when people get mad at when you hear LeBron James going, "Oh, just shut up and dribble," yeah. We're not coming to you for political. We're coming to you for bread and circus. We just want to escape the world of bullshit. Yeah. We don't want to hear from the guy who only reads one page of a book every book.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you see him just like
every time? It's like page 1. Yeah. Just someone should go, hey, dude, why don't you go to page 45?
Well, he was at a press conference holding a Malcolm X book. You know, dude, we know what you're doing. You weren't just reading this on the way to the press conference.
Dumb.
I mean,
it's so dumb.
So we should say what Eddie Vedder said. He was talking about Harrison Butker, which is a story from a couple weeks ago, that kicker who was at a conservative Catholic college saying that women might want to have babies. Big fucking whoop. It's in the Bible. And Eddie Vedder goes on this long thing about masculinity and calls Harrison Butker a pussy on stage is what he does for expressing that belief. Now, I'm sure Harrison Butker would beat Eddie Vedder's ass.
I don't know. Eddie Vedder hangs from the rafters on fucking, when he goes out.
Yeah, Harrison Butker's a professional athlete. Let's be honest.
Yeah, but he's a kicker, John. He's not tackling
he's kind of a big guy, though. I believe. Let me see. Yeah, he's 6'4", dude. Butker's 6'4". I think they don't call him butt kicker for nothing.
Yeah, but it's just at the end of the day, it's just like, shut up, bro. It's just like, how can you be upset with somebody saying something they believe?
Eddie Vedder's 5'7". He ain't going. He
ain't beating. Oh, I didn't know he was that short.
Yeah, he's 5'7".
Yeah, and he's not like a jiu-jitsu master.
He's the height of my girlfriend.
Yeah. So, anyways, Eddie Vedder, right? It's just like. It's like, how can you sit there and get angry at someone for saying something political, right?
At church, basically.
Yeah, basically at church. When that's all politics is, this guy's got me watching fucking Fallout, the most woke. It's like the greatest, worst show you've ever watched. We've already talked about that, right?
It's simple, yeah.
It's so woke.
It's good, though.
It's great, except for the chick kicks ass and she's making out with a gay Obama-looking dude, right?
It's kind of like The Boys. Well, that guy that she's with is like the Like he's a piece of shit, but we're kind of treating him like he's kind of a hero or something.
Well,
I don't
he's
get that.
kind of like,
he sucks, man.
Well, what he is somebody that was born into a shitty ass situation and was constantly put in a bad situation.
Yeah, he's
and
a survivor, I guess.
What were you mad because like Michael Rappaport died? Is that why you got upset?
Michael Rappaport.
Oh,
his character.
Yeah.
No. No.
So.
No, he's just done some things that were like slimy, and he's done. I don't think you are. You're not.
Yeah,
okay.
I finished it.
You did. Okay. Yeah, he's just kind of a slimy fuck in that show. To me, he's
Obama.
Yeah, Obama. Yeah.
I think he's just a survivalist.
Yeah, maybe.
He has. Anyways, the point is, it's like it's again. We talked about this before. It is so good, you forget how woke it is.
That's how they get you.
Like that's it. Like they're like it's so bad. If your show is woke and nobody watches it because it's garbage, it can be woke and great, and we'll watch it. But Fallout's just, I mean, it's kind of interesting, and I found it very interesting.
I'd recommend it though.
I enjoyed it. Just know you're gonna watch a very feminine man kick ass.
So you retweeted this. I saw it too about you got to pick your battles. I think is what you said. So this was a Frontier passenger who got arrested after a flight. She made everybody on this Frontier flight have to deplane because she wouldn't say yes when they asked her if she was willing to help people in the case of an emergency because she was in the exit row.
So dumb.
Now she says she would at this point, but I guess she'd already said no. I don't know how that works. So here's I'm just gonna kind of skip around in this. It's hilarious. So
that's the thing. We already agreed. Yeah, she talking to me. What is the problem? Because she don't want to tell us her name.
Look at it. I love the logo. Travel with Tia.
Gotta get your shit out there. Get my music down so I problem? What's the problem? We ain't got no problem with that. We understand we gotta help people get off the plane and help Betty White if something happens.
Did she say if they're white?
I something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, can you go back?
What's the problem? We agree. No problem with that. We understand we gotta help people get off the plane and help Betty White if something happens.
That may be why something happened.
We agree. You wasting your breath. They gonna take this plane off the ground.
Yeah, she said. So that's where she fucked up. She said, "You're wasting your breath. They're gonna take this plane off the ground." Basically, what she's saying. And they are not gonna take this plane off the ground.
Did you?
This plane is going nowhere.
Ask her to agree. You ain't doing your job. Yeah. No nonsense going on. You better get out.
So now they brought somebody else.
Now they brought Karen in, and she's Karen, and Karen's always lose to Sassy Black. By the way, in a fight, it's always Karen's lose.
Yeah.
So she tries to get
it doesn't work.
So Karen tries to Karen it up versus Sassy Black, and Sassy Black ain't gonna put up with it.
No, if you're playing like Uno or what's the top trumps or whatever, she's the higher one.
That might work with white guys. Not gonna work with a black woman. No. Okay.
What you need to do, Betty.
Then she continues to start eating, and she's like,
she calls her Betty. Betty.
Yeah. I would be like, I'm so sorry. I would like, yeah, dude, can you help? Yeah, that's literally all you gotta do. Yes.
Dude, I don't even, I'm asleep and then I'm like that. And
yes.
You ain't got to worry about two damn things. Yeah.
I mean, you just gotta be the dumbest person on the planet.
She couldn't wait to eat. I mean, she tells the stewardess, you don't gotta worry about two damn things.
Relate? No. That lady came and asked us, we got witnesses, we all agreed. Didn't nobody tell?
Now, this is the part I don't understand about this. If she agrees now, what's the problem? You know what I mean? If she's saying
because they like, dude, they like all this bad press.
You think that's what
they're like? If you're gonna not say yes immediately, we can't have you here or on the plane.
So they're just they have to get her off the plane.
Yeah, they gotta get her off the plane.
Yeah, because we all agreed, and everybody can witness that.
And she just keeps eating.
Like she's eating the whole time.
At one point, dude, just put down your peanuts. Put the peanuts down.
If I was somebody like Tia here, I might just be like, okay, switch with me, bitch, and then I'll sit there and say yes.
Yeah,
and then you come back here.
Yeah, I'll switch with you. Can we
And my
yell?
grandson is getting off out of school, and his mama took a flight to Mexico, and I'm not getting.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the couple passengers that we're asking to please be removed.
No, my grandson is 4 years old, and he's getting out of school.
It really was.
No, we all agree.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Man,
we'll be
you
on our
are
way.
just making it worse.
Worse and worse.
You're just making it worse. You're never going to be able to fly now.
We gotta take care of
Oh yeah, she's gonna be banned.
this issue here. Law enforcement will be arriving.
Really?
Oh, law enforcement's coming.
Like, what are you doing?
Disagree with her.
Accident, so
She is
sorry.
lying.
I understand everything, but we have to step outside the air traffic.
So that what they did now was bring the
Send
black
more
guy.
blacks in.
Yeah,
you got you got the way you deal with sassy black. It was with more black.
Yeah, more black.
You got to double up on your black.
White guy's never gonna.
White
get that
guy's
done.
never gonna get done.
Not-
We have too many possibilities of a racial situation. This could be the George Floyd of the sky. Okay, so
the Georgina Floyd.
the
yeah.
Georgina Floyd. So we have to send in more black.
Here comes the black. Looks like Cedric the Entertainer a little bit. I would say.
Yeah, I mean, dude, he literally showed up in his fishing hat.
Yeah, he does have
Like, he's got fishing. He's about to go fishing, and then he showed up in his fisher's hat.
And what I like is this guy
He's
is just
got
like
hooks.
he knows they're gonna have to get off, so he's putting his do-rag on. Do you see this guy in the front here? He's like, oh, here we go.
He's like, we're leaving. And then the other ones left. They're like, I'm not getting involved with this. I said, yeah.
Now they send like, what is this? This is either like the top flight attendant or the co-pilot.
And this is just a queen. Who is she calling?
Yeah, I don't. She's
Who
on
are
the
you
phone with
calling?
somebody now, which
Who
doesn't
are
make
you
any
calling?
sense.
Who are you calling?
Oh no! I think she says I'm gonna call my lawyer. Is what she says. So that I skipped a little bit. She's on the phone with her attorney. Is what it is.
Why
Like
do you
her-
have an attorney?
Well, what are they gonna
Who
do?
has a plane attorney?
What are they gonna do? It's probably her like divorce attorney or something. He's like, oh, why are you calling me?
Is it your parole
I'm
officer?
on hold with my attorney. So it's really there's a lot of crosstalk, but he's telling her now, you get your bag and get off the plane.
You gotta get off the plane, lady.
So now
Now
everybody
other blacks are coming up to
People are getting
negotiate
mad.
with her.
People are getting mad on the
Wait, so we're either all getting off with you or you're getting off by yourself.
This is so funny.
Like, they gotta be going to
Where
Atlanta.
are
they gotta
they
be going
going
to Atlanta,
to?
right? It's
Yeah,
gotta
this
be,
has got to be Atlanta flight
gotta
or a
be.
Miami flight,
Something.
right? Or they're going to some black college fraternity sorority.
Yeah, like Birmingham or
yeah.
something. Look at this poor bastard right here, this Asian guy. He's just like, oh my god.
He's like, this is chaos.
Oh no, he might be Mexican. Yeah, he's Mexican. He's
This
like,
is
what the
just a
fuck is
Waffle
happening?
House waiting to happen.
Oh, and
here
here comes the
comes
bike
the guy.
police. This is the bike cop. These guys bicycle.
Yeah, I mean, dude, everyone's wearing weird hats in here. We got do-rags, fishing laurels and hats, and now we got bike helmets.
But he's still got his flasher thing on from being on the street, you know, so he doesn't get
it's
hit by a
just gonna
car.
get crazy.
Oh, he's got limp wrist. This bicycle cop's got limp wrist too. Look at
I
that.
don't even know.
Very
I mean,
limp
dude,
wrist.
What is
I'm not
this,
sure.
Fallout? Black people dealing with gay white people and Karens?
I'm not sure he's got the balls to handle this one.
They're not one crime that I did.
You know you're in trouble when a guy shows up with serial killer gloves on, right?
Yeah,
So he
yeah,
doesn't want any
yeah.
kind. Dude, this is nuts.
Everybody's
And she's
got their camera
her
out recording.
bedazzled jean jacket on.
Well, she's the negotiator here. She's trying to
she's like
please
the
let
go-
us get out. Just get off the plane so we can leave at least. And she's like, fuck that.
hell nah. Hell nah.
If I ain't going to Atlanta, nobody going to Atlanta. So this is everybody had to get off the plane. These poor this flight. Everybody had to get
You heard somebody, we'd have paid enough to see that. Everybody get off.
She's the last one off. She's the last one off.
They got Rosa Parks in handcuffs.
Did you hear what he said? They got Rosa Parks in handcuffs.
They do.
Look at him. Look at
So they're taking her. The guy just said she didn't fuck the whole flight up. They're taking her down like a special stairwell that I didn't even know was there on the side of the plane.
They're not bringing her in the lobby because they don't want shit to pop off.
And it's like cops. One cop's got her luggage.
Yeah. Dude, poor bike cop. Poor bike cop's like, I just give out tickets. Parking tickets. Right.
Anyway, I thought that was great.
Dude, that was nuts.
Just so funny.
That was nuts. That was nuts.
You know, we've been following closely here on Broken Simulation Biden's cognitive decline. Let's call it that.
Oh, my God.
And he had another one here where he seemed to think that he was vice president during the pandemic. So check this out.
And when I was vice president, things were kind of bad during the pandemic. And what happened was Barack said to me, go to Detroit and help fix it.
Now what is he talking about there?
But it's like, what is the game here, Johnny? It's like, it's just a giant demoralization campaign. That's what I believe.
I just don't understand what he could be talking about.
No, he's just making shit up. He's just making shit up. He's just trying to string words together. They just must give him PowerPoints and be like, try to hit these. Yeah. Just say these words.
But I mean,
say
none of that
Detroit,
fits the timeline of
it.
reality that we're in. Maybe he's from a different dimension or something.
He is shish kebabbed.
It's
so funny when they try to say him and Trump are the same. It is two different things.
Oh, no. Trump's so much. Well, that's the thing that Keith Olbermann is big on. He's like he keeps trying to say, look at Trump. He's stupid. He can barely talk. He's losing it. And it's just not, I mean.
It's just like, talk about your pineal gland being so calcified.
Oh, he's lost all credibility.
Who are you yelling at?
He's so mad. Yeah, I mean, it must be miserable.
Why are you so mad?
Did you see the
that's
LGBT Little Mermaid? Did you see this?
So beautiful.
Look at this. Can you see her face? Look at her face. She's like, she can barely, it's a woman, a very heavy black woman.
My God.
Trans, I would assume, with the gay whatever flag in like a fish tank. I don't know if
Have you ever seen the one where the black mermaid is trying to swim and then she realizes she's running out of breath and she has to pull off her mermaid thing and swim to the top as fast as she can?
No, it's so funny you say that though, dude. There was this video that went viral this week of this guy swimming under ice. Did you see this?
I don't want to see that. And he dies?
No, he lives. No, this guy lives. But man, it's part of me is like, it might be staged, but this is one of the...
I can't watch it where they're trying to get him out?
He lives. I know he lives. I mean, you see him.
No, I can't watch it. I can't. Johnny,
it's one of the most claustrophobic things I've ever...
Yeah, that's
just
me.
Look at it, dude. Watch. Look, so he's swimming around under the water trying to get out of this shit.
Johnny. I've seen it. I can't watch it.
And I think the idea is he's swimming between two holes in the ice, and he gets disoriented under the ice. Because you can see a guy right here that they're trying to lead him to.
Yeah, I can't do it. I can't do it.
You see, though, there's a guy right here out of the water. He's a foot away from him. And I don't think he can see him, so he starts going the wrong way, and they're like, dude, you're going the wrong way, bro.
Oh, there he looks right at it.
I don't think he can see, though. I think he's disoriented. So then they're like, oh, he's confused. That guy just busted his ass.
That guy's going to fall through. Oh, I can't.
Now, he's got the rope now, see, he's going in the back. But, I mean, that gives me the sweats, man.
Yeah. I mean, dude, I would be freaking the fuck out. Woof.
First of all, why the fuck we got to do that as a human race? Like, why are we doing this?
Because we're bored, bro.
Are we that bored that we need to risk our lives swimming under ice?
We are bored.
It's the stupidest fucking thing I've ever seen. Bro, if you die that way, I mean, that's dumber than shooting yourself in the head on a rap, with a.
Have you seen it was on TikTok today, this influencer, which is the lowest form of human being. When you're called an influencer, right?
Yeah.
She's like this young blonde chick that gets this fat homeless woman to jump in the water and she can't swim.
No.
And she's freaking out and the influencer just runs off. And I'm like,
what?
Yeah, it's just so nuts.
So Canada, they're talking about letting 16-year-olds vote.
Of course, Johnny, because you know who believes in climate change and all 16-year-olds.
I thought you had all the hope in Gen Z. Now you're talking about them not.
Yeah, but this is super young. This is like, I haven't lived any life.
This is Gen R for retard, I would say. Here
Johnny.
We go. Check this out.
Science and the research is clear that extending voting rights to 16 and 17-year-olds and allowing them to participate in their first election earlier in life when they're at a less volatile stage.
It's so dumb.
Typically living at home, typically in classrooms engaging with their teachers.
She said 16 and 17-year-olds they're at a less volatile state. What is she talking about? Emotionally, nobody is more volatile than a 16 or 17-year-old.
We literally create something called childhood where you don't have any responsibilities.
Just hormones. Because of all the hormones raging through your
Yeah, it's so dumb.
system.
And only there are guys who I respect as people that believe this bullshit, and they're just dumb.
Really?
And their whole notion is because they should be able to vote for wars that they're going to have to go fight. And it's like, well, there's a lot more.
Well, that's why we moved it to 18.
Yeah.
16, 17, nobody's fighting in a war.
Yeah,
at
it's
16.
so stupid. They're just all dumb.
So I thought this tied in really nicely with the Harrison Butker thing. I mentioned that commencement speech at that conservative Catholic college. He was suggesting that some women might want to have families. Well, now women are so unhappy that they're paying to go on rage ritual retreats, as much as $4,000 to go into the woods and just scream and break things. So this is how happy women are and how stupid Harrison Butker is right here. Check this out.
It's like none of these are good feelings. Right?
I feel afraid. I feel sad if you couldn't make it out. They're just bashing sticks into the pavement right now. Does she have like blood on? She's got blood on her face, menstrual blood smeared on her face.
It's so.
Did you
funny
see the pink? She had the pink pussy hat on. That one chick. Yeah.
It's so funny because it's like everything I've ever learned about life is the exact opposite of this. Everything.
Pretty.
Spirituality, breathing, meditation, calming down.
What do you mean? The yogis didn't teach about going into the woods and screaming and bashing sticks into the ground?
Anything other than having kids and getting married and being a wife, right? Anything other than that. And it's just like, this is not working. You have a drive. You know you've been lied to, and you're angry about it. And you know what they're going to go do? They're going to go lie to the next generation. Like, yeah, Johnny, will you go to my, fuck, it's probably so deep into it. So the story comes out.
You've been tweeting a lot, I have to say.
I know, I'm trying to get rid of it. I gotta, this thing happening in Gaza has really affected me.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. I got to get it off my phone. I got to. But,
go ahead.
But somebody, a woman put out that Leonardo DiCaprio was with a 19-year-old woman.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, and he's like 49. She's 19. That
he's
is
49
not,
now. Wow,
that is not old. And actually, this picture was from years ago when he was like 44, and she was 24 at the time.
That's
so the story
bad,
isn't even real.
It's a lie.
Okay, but of course, a white chick is like, she's 19, he's 49. Is this proper or creepy gross? And I go, aren't you the same demographic that is convincing everybody that kids know their gender when they're in their teens, and they should know if they want to cut their dick off or not? Yeah. Right? Yeah. Right? They're emotionally mature enough for that.
And it's only in this country now. Europe has finally realized, like, hey, this is not working, because they went harder ahead of it than we did.
Well, they're farther down.
Yeah, and they're pulling it back now because they realize, hey,
it doesn't
destroying
work.
a generation.
It's so dumb. Don't cut your dick off. But also, don't think it's okay for kids to do that. And then also be upset when famous, rich, powerful men want to bang 20-year-old strange, okay? Yeah. They both get something out of it. She thinks it's going to help her career, which I'm sure her agents are like, yes.
Yeah.
So happy for you.
Yeah. And his agents are like, oh.
He's like, oh, still? And he's like, yeah, I don't care. I'm the king. Fuck off. I've made enough movies. If I never make another movie again, I'll die rich as fuck. Leave me alone.
That's so funny. So here's you might say this is concerning. This is from NBC News, and this is a Gallup poll. Nearly 30% of Gen Z women are now identifying as LGBTQ. What do you think about that? It used to be much lower than that.
Yeah, but
30%.
Yeah, because you know what it is? They're all bisexual. and it's just a bunch of girls saying, "Yeah, I'm bi," because it's social cachet with kids.
The
with
total
the boys.
number now is 7.6%.
Yeah.
That's the highest it's ever been.
Yeah, because what's it mean? Like I identify as gay. It like doesn't mean anything, and it's just again
But these are the ones willing to admit it.
This
So
is
the real
social
number-
contagion
That's
in
what
big
it is.
cities.
That's what it is.
It's like there is now. It's like I said, what made up the highest percentage? Look at that. Bisexuals made up the highest percentage.
57.3.
And it goes to the fact that girls are seen as like elusive, are seen as kind of provocative when you think they're into girls. So because you think you might get a threesome, it never happens.
Yeah,
by
look
the
at
way.
that big yellow thing. It looks like a middle finger. That's the bisexual number.
Right. And like this is a reality.
Can you look though? Look, Gen Z, it's a big one. Bisexual, millennial, bisexual, a big thumb there. But look with baby boomers, it's actually they're more. What is
Gays?
that? Gay and lesbian. That's interesting. Yeah, more gay and lesbian with the baby boomers than bi.
Right.
I think that's because, on my generation, which is I'm millennial, and then your generation, I think we would say, like, if you're bi, you're gay. You know what I mean? That was kind of the thing. Like, oh, you're bi.
Well, you know what you'd
okay.
say? You wouldn't say anything.
No,
Because only
but I
the
mean
most gay would come out.
No, what I mean is, like, if another guy says he's bi, you're like, oh, dude, you're gay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And now you just got all these chicks are into it. And dude, you're growing up watching porn I thought I watched a lot of porn. These kids are watching way beyond that. The amount of dicks these young guys have seen growing up on their phones.
It's extreme.
It's extreme.
Yeah. And what they're looking at is extreme. I mean, it's not, if you talk to people who are in the dating pool right now, it's apparently like the Gen Z kids are all into some crazy, like BDSM, all kinds of crazy shit.
Yeah. I mean, dude, it's just weird. I mean, they've Googled, this is a fact. Women Google violent pornography.
Yeah. Yeah. It's CNC. They call it consensual non-consent is what a lot of women are into. They want to stage these kind of R scenes.
But that's my joke.
What?
That I know I'm going to get in trouble for.
Yeah. I hope you leave it in though.
I did.
So this guy.
It's looking like July.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Let's do it. This guy.
And it's gone back to quiet. I know you told you that, but it's quiet.
After all those iterations, you just went back to the best one, huh?
Yeah, quiet.
I think it is the best one.
And I can't wait because you know why? I was acting from a place of fear because I was trying to.
Oh, yeah. Don't do that.
I know what the trolls are going to say, and I don't even give a shit.
Fuck them,
yeah.
Fuck them. So this guy, this is a really quick hitter here because it's just about a photo, really. This guy kept getting code violations. People in this community would report him for having his boat where everybody could see it on the street.
Yeah.
So did you see what he did?
Yeah,
this
I
guy
love
just
it.
painted
It's so funny.
a mural
It's so
of the
funny.
boat that looks on his fence that just looks like the boat.
And
exactly the view they would have had.
Why does that bother you? That you see his boat?
It's people want to. It's that control thing. It's it's that. It's like the
so
pandemic.
Annoying.
It's the same reason those people we talked about earlier report posts on Instagram.
It's like so effing annoying.
We talked about it happened to me with the HOA. We had lights on our patio, and we got a nasty email like, "Hey, you're representing the community. You can't have lights on your."
Can't have Christmas lights.
No, it wasn't even Christmas lights. It was like a string of nice
it's
Philips
just
Hue
like
lights.
go fuck yourself.
Yeah, they didn't like that. So there was a big Supreme Court decision that came down, big victory for free speech. The NRA had a court case against a few government officials in New York. It was this woman called Maria Vullo. She was the superintendent of the New York State Department of Financial Services. Listen to what she's accused of doing, dude. This is a woman in the government was going to insurers, Lloyd's of London, and telling them if they wouldn't give the NRA insurance, this kind of insurance they wanted, that she wouldn't prosecute them for shit that little smaller things that they were possibly guilty of. And so the government was arguing that, hey, that's totally fine. And the NRA was like, no, you're restricting our free speech here by telling them that they can't, that we cancan't talk about these things and also have insurance. For
Yeah,
this.
I mean, like that seems to be the thing.
It was a
right
unanimous Supreme Court decision, though, thankfully.
Even the crazy fucking chick.
Sotomayor wrote the opinion.
I also think eventually you start to realize that you can do that. Your legacy. This will happen. Supreme Court justice, I think. They get in there, they play the political game, and they get in there, and then they start to realize that's a lot more important than maybe they ever thought, and they start to slowly start to move to the center and become a more constitutionalist. Now, I'm not saying they always get it right, and they haven't made bad decisions.
No, but there's a history of that. Both sides. Like Roberts, everybody thought he was going to be way more right than he's kind of gone toward the center too.
Well, he also has Epstein's tape, so it's like that doesn't help.
No. At the center of the dispute was a meeting Vulo, the woman in the government, had with the insurance market, Lloyd's of London, in 2018, in which the NRA claims she offered to not prosecute other violations as long as the company helped with the campaign against gun groups. Vulo tried to wave off the significance of this meeting, arguing in part that the NRA's allegations of what took place were not specific, is what she said. But it's just, I mean, this is a victory for the Second Amendment and the First Amendment. It's a good decision. This is something I really wanted to get into a couple of weeks ago, but we kind of missed it. It's a little late here. But did you see they released a suicide note this is something they never do, release suicide notes, but for some reason they released the suicide note.
That's your note.
The
doodling.
Boeing guy.
You're doodling.
Yeah. I mean, and because as a journalist, I was a journalist for years. We would never release somebody's suicide note like this, but this has been everywhere. This guy's suicide note, the Boeing whistleblower. He writes in all caps. It's all in all caps. This manic writing style.
Yeah.
I can't do this any longer. Enough. Fuck Boeing. Family and friends. I love you all. He goes, and I wasn't stoned when I wrote this. Really, in all caps. Whistleblowers protection is fucked up too. Just a bunch of random, it's clearly.
By the way, whoever wrote that obviously fucked up look how much.
Yeah.
It's like, look at that. It's like, fuck. I don't know. He's about to kill himself. It's
When you get another piece of paper.
Beat that, right? You can't say that.
Probably.
You gotta say no living himself.
We're all right.
No living himself.
He unlived himself.
He's unlived himself.
It says, America, come together or die. I pray the MFers that ruined. And he struck through ruin and wrote, destroyed my life, pay. I pray Boeing pays. Bury me face down so Boeing and their lying ass leaders can kiss my ass. To my family and friends, I found my purpose. I'm at peace. And then some personal stuff there. But anyway, I don't believe this for a hot second. Do you believe this? I don't believe this at all.
No. I mean, it's like so stupid. Nobody believes he killed himself. Everyone believes they killed him. And your biggest problem right here is you just had another guy kill himself. So no one believes any of this.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Bill Walton, by the way.
So sad, dude.
So this is just a really brief. So
look how young Vince Vaughn looks right there. Holy shit.
So this is nothing about this story, which there was a helicopter crash, of the president. I mean, the president of Iran died in a helicopter crash. And
I mean, just unbelievable.
What is this? This is what the guy from the Joint Chiefs. Anyway, he's being asked if it was suspicious, and listen to what the reporter. She asks that question, and then listen to what she tries to slip in there with that question.
Thank you for doing this, Mr. Secretary. I wanted to ask you about Iran. Does the Pentagon have any indication that the helicopter crash in Iran that killed President Raisi was anything other than an accident? And have you directed any forced posture changes in case there's unrest following these deaths? And then for Chairman Brown, I wanted to ask you about Senior Airman Roger Fortson. What would you like to say to Fortson's family? And more broadly, what would you like to say to Black service members who are wondering if it matters whether they serve? No matter what they do, there's still law enforcement that see them as a threat.
Like, what the fuck? How did she get in a question about some George Floyd shit into the Iran helicopter crash?
I mean, that's how you do it. He's like, bitch, what you doing, dude?
Yeah, look at that face right there.
He's just going, amazing.
I just was watching that live, and I was like, wait a minute.
Those
what
guys
the
are
fuck,
all
dude?
killers, dude. All killers.
This is my favorite piece of video. You're right. All those generals are killers. This is my. Did you see this?
Yeah.
I hope. Okay. This is my favorite piece of footage from the month, maybe the year. It's Cameron, the
It's
rapper.
so ridiculous.
On CNN.
It's so
He's
dumb.
like drinking some. He clearly is drinking some kind of 5-hour energy shit that he
it's
wants.
so obvious what he's doing, and you see people do this all the time.
Promote shit, right?
He's just like, I'm gonna act crazy, so everybody talks about it.
Well, but also he's getting paid to promote whatever this, because you hear him like say like, oh, I'm just having my blah blah, and then I'm gonna go fuck some chick. Is what he doesn't say fuck some chick. He says something like get it in
It's
or
so
something.
dumb.
But
It's
he's
so dumb.
he's clearly
She's so hot.
She's
though,
beautiful.
right?
Yeah, he's getting paid to drink whatever this is and it's just funny how they couldn't get him off of there faster.
Did his artists?
See how he holds the label up.
It's so dumb. And it's so annoying.
I'm going to get some cheeks after this horsepower joint.
Yeah. What about?
I'm gonna get some cheeks.
It's
after
just
this
dumb.
horsepower.
Is he even a good rapper? Who do you
Oh,
think's-
Cameron. Oh, bro.
He's fire?
Oh, he's fucking.
Can we hear
fuck.
one?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
The industry in general. I mean, so many people have pointed out that Diddy couldn't get away with this stuff if there weren't a lot of people protecting him. Do you think that's the case?
Who the talent agent for this joint? Like, you think I'll be sitting around watching what Diddy do and all this? I didn't know this was a Diddy joint that y'all invited me to. Who booked me for this joint?
All right.
Wow, and I'll be sitting
Cameron,
around watching Diddy and all that. Yeah,
Thanks.
man, come on, man. That's
Thanks
just
for
crazy,
joining
man.
us. Thank you for your time tonight.
Thank you for having me. You enjoy.
It's live on CNN.
That reminds
cursing.
me. That reminds me of when Dice went on.
Yeah, and just we can play that.
And
really
then you
quick,
had that crazy ashy black chick go on Pierce Morgan, and she just says she does the craziest shit.
Wait, sorry, I'm trying to find it. It was the one. It's not the one where he was. Yeah, this is it right here.
No.
No, this is it. Right
That's
here.
not it.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, this is it.
No, I don't think that's
Well,
it.
this is the
'cause
one
he's
I'm
not
talking
in studio.
Let's talk a little bit about where your career has been.
I can't even believe it.
You,
You know
of
what I
course,
mean?
you were a headline guy.
I'm
and
still
then
a headline guy. You know what I mean?
For a while you popped out. Now you're coming back. For a while
back.
you
It's
were
what I
actually
do, you know what I mean?
you were running a gym. Tell us about that.
Running a gym?
Weren't you running a gym at some
You're supposed
point?
to be a news guy. Where you getting your fucking
That's our
information?
research. You weren't.
This is ridiculous. I come on CNN and the guy don't even know what he's talking about. Go ahead.
You at no point were you running a gym?
No, running a gym. What,
No,
you
you
need a
didn't take a
workout or
timeout?
something? Jesus fucking Christ, with these guys. I come on the news for 2 seconds and you want to say...
He already said the F word earlier, and they didn't hear
Hey!
it. They missed it.
Every time I do an interview, a guy wants to open his fucking mouth. Can't
All right,
even
Andrew,
do a little
thank you
fucking
very much.
routine
We
here.
thought that you could
know what?
hold
Go
back.
fuck yourself. You know what?
All right.
He was trying to do some bits, and he was like, I can't even do a routine here.
No. He came in there to do that. Dude,
You think so?
because he came in there. Because this was like before this was
hugely viral. This clip right here.
Yeah. But this is before like social media and stuff like that. Like in terms of like real, like maybe it was MySpace days, but it wasn't like what it is now. And that was do the craziest shit you can and have everybody talk about it.
Every kid in high school saw that clip.
Hey, what you fuck? Oh,
Are you ready for the gook? That's what
it
we
is
used to say.
so crazy.
These are Cam.
You might see Cam in designer underwear, no reclining.
Hold on, let me see.
So I give her the. Now she's screaming out.
That's a good song.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Side, no man is safe from. It don't matter if you 3 feet or 8'1". You'll get 8 from me. Let's slide.
Oh, yeah, he's good.
No, he's like legit, dude. He has
Yeah.
this great song about getting a clap or something like that. It's called "The Burn" or something. I
Yeah,
can't remember.
he's great. I don't know why. Somebody must have loved him. Somebody lost their job, by the way.
What do you?
Somebody's like fired.
What for booking him on?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. All right, we'll just hit a few more here. So I'm thinking about imagine what it's like to live in a country that can do this to their citizens. This is from NBC News. China is banning wealth flaunting behavior on social media. What must it be like to be in a country that can just do that?
It's so crazy to me.
Online influencers known for their luxurious lifestyles are disappearing from Chinese social media amid a government crackdown on conspicuous displays of wealth. One of them, Wang Hongquan, that doesn't even sound real, Wang Hongquan, had claimed that he owned 7 properties in Beijing, the Chinese capital, and that he never left the house in an outfit worth less than $1.38 million US dollars. Videos he posted online, the veracity of which could not be verified, appeared to show his maids numerous Hermes, I guess wearing numerous Hermes handbags and expensive sports cars that he had purchased. On Tuesday, his account on Douyin, the Chinese version of TikTok, was inaccessible. That's funny. China does TikTok, but they can't have TikTok. That's great. Was inaccessible to his 4.3 million followers. Searches returned an error message. The accounts of other influencers who posted similar content were also blocked. They just went in and said, you can't flaunt your wealth on Chinese social media.
So
You know why it
crazy.
is? Because so many people have it bad that they don't want people seeing how
who
the
has it
other
good.
half lives.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
What a country.
And you just got to ask yourself, how long can that last?
What a country.
How long can that last? How long
bad,
can
man.
you constantly be? I mean, like everyone's like, I'm so sick and tired, dude, of these videos. Like, look at these Chinese students. They're in the 3rd grade. They already know how to like do. And they're like, then why do they steal all of our technology and all of our patents and all of our stuff? Why do they got to steal it from us? Because they've completely fucked out all the creativity, dude. And they're making you do. You may not be good at this. Oh, you're gonna do this. I'm not good at that. Why am I doing that? Oh, you bad man. You go to camp. You know, it's like that's just. And I also think there's a lot of propaganda against China too when it comes to some of this stuff. Yeah. So it's probably a little bit in the middle. But I'm honest. They talk about our military going gay. I'd take our military against China's autistic army any day. Any day, dude. Any day.
A lot of talk about
the gays can throw, dog. They get super creative the way they fight. And they'll pull your hair. They'll rip your dick. They ain't messing around.
There's a lot of talk about them invading Taiwan, though. Like, it sounds like it's
not our, I mean, dude, it's not.
That's how I feel, too.
It's not our job.
I hate it, but let it happen. I mean,
what are we going to do, dude?
I wouldn't give one American life
not one,
to
dude.
save Taiwan.
And how many people in Taiwan want to be a part of China? I'm sure a big part.
Some of them, yeah. I mean, I know.
And anyways, it's not ours, dude. We own Puerto Rico. We own the Dominican. I mean, they're all. We own all these fucking territories. So how the fuck is Alaska in the United States? Right? I mean, I love Alaska. I love going there. Right?
No,
But
Seward's folly. Yeah.
It's like, what are we talking about here?
You know what's interesting? I used to work. My summer job in college was doing the manual scoreboard for the Durham Bulls. The
you
Triple
used to love that.
Yeah, I love that. And but when we would host USA baseball there, and when they played Chinese Taipei, we weren't allowed. Like we had a big meeting where they told us you cannot say Taiwan. You have to say Chinese Taipei. We'll get in trouble. They will stop. They'll pull the event from us. China will, like, if anybody.
Oh, dude, what about that wrestler Messina was like sucking off Chinese dicks because he just said something about Taiwan.
Yeah,
he
that
like,
apology.
Oh,
John Cena's apology. Yeah, it was. I mean, so.
Please tell
me you didn't see this, because if you didn't see this is going to be great. So this guy is on, and this is real. I confirmed it. He's on Wheel of Fortune. And he gives like the equivalent of that South Park answer where he says the N-word.
Yeah.
So you see the clues up there, right?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Tavares, right in the butt?
What?
No. Blake.
This is the best.
Yeah, that's it. Tavares, right in the butt?
What?
It's not even the right number of letters.
Blake.
This is the best.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, that is the funniest thing
so funny?
I've ever heard. That might be the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life.
I love how seriously he says it. Like he's like, boy, this is weird that they made this, but right in the butt. And they're like, what the fuck? It's not even. It's 4 letters. The first word. Oh, that killed me, bro, when I saw that. It was so funny.
Oh, blessings.
So
blessings.
There is this legal battle going on. There's a movie about Trump in his younger years with what was that sort of fixer guy that he Roy Cohn.
Yeah.
That he kind of mentored Trump, in business.
You mean the
and being a crime
pedo
lord.
guy?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So the movie got funded by Dan Snyder in large part.
The Washington Redskins.
That's right.
Former. And by the way, they want that name back. It might go back to Redskins.
It'll never go back to Red. No way.
Dude, they're already talking about it.
It'll never happen. No, they might change it, but it'll never go back to Redskins.
Go on.
So apparently he is hugely pissed off because he paid for this movie and he was told it was going to be a flattering portrayal of Trump. But obviously, I mean, it's about Roy Cohn. It's not flattering. And he is determined to make sure that this multi-million-dollar picture never gets seen anywhere. It was shown at Cannes, and I guess he probably got a screener or something since he paid for it. And there's a desperate legal battle going on right now to just make sure this movie never gets out.
Now, do you think it's because it makes Trump look bad or because it makes Cohn look...
Well, they're saying it's because of Trump, but it could be. I don't know.
Because, there's a whole story about pedophile blackmail.
Yeah.
Is it Leonard Cohen? No, that's Spock.
No.
That's Spock,
No,
right?
Leonard Cohen is a singer.
Oh, okay.
You're thinking of Leonard Nimoy as
okay.
Spock.
Now, who is this guy?
Roy Cohn.
Roy Cohn. Now, he's Jewish, and we get into the whole blackmail shit. But it's like, this is what I'm getting into, Johnny. It's like people have no... So, did you watch all the Jinx, too?
I did, just finished
It's like unbelievable what a scumbag his wife is. Like, what a
Gold digger, bro.
Bag.
What a gold digger.
And what a scumbag her real husband is.
His whole family sucks too.
No, dude, you see those fucking blood vampires show up? And they're like, I didn't think it was my place to show up. And you do you know what kind of scumbag you gotta be to buy and be in the New York real estate business?
Yeah.
And that's what I've said about Trump. He's in the middle of this real estate business. It is the biggest scumbags in the world. There's no bigger psychopath than a New York City real estate tycoon, dude. And you see his family like,
they're horrible.
I didn't think about it at the time. Like real fucking peon scumbags.
Horrible
scumbags. And how crazy is it that guy dies like day one? He gets found guilty, sentence day one. It's like, wrap it up.
They didn't want him talking, that's for sure.
Oh, God.
So I thought this was just a funny story. Really briefly, the former diversity manager at Nike and Meta, Barbara Furrow Smiles, was sentenced to 5 years in prison after pleading guilty to a $5 million fraud case. She admitted to, in addition to her salary, that's me saying that, to stealing $4.9 million during her time at Facebook and at Nike, where she stole more than $100,000. So the diversity manager at Nike and Meta
That's my favorite thing about
stole money.
Everything coming out right now is like we're all learning that it's just not a white thing. It's everybody's scumbags.
Yes.
And that's my closer, which is everybody's retarded.
Oh, yeah, I love it. Yeah. It's the best.
It's the best.
The best places to live in the United States from U.S. News and World Report just got updated. Do you want to hear what the top 10 best places in the United States to live are?
Oh, okay.
Number one.
What is this about? What is...
Just based on standard of living.
Okay.
Quality. Well, that's quality of life, same thing. Value of real estate there.
Okay,
You can get a good
let's
value.
go.
Number one, Naples, Florida is number one.
Well, yeah, dude. That's where it has the most millionaires and billionaires per capita.
Number two is Boise, Idaho.
Oh, that's
Surprising.
nice.
3 is Colorado Springs, Colorado.
That's interesting.
Number 4 is Greenville, South Carolina.
Johnny,
Number 5 is Charlotte, North Carolina. Number 6 is Raleigh, North Carolina. It's all the Carolinas. Huntsville, Alabama, coming in at 7.
I don't agree with that at all.
Virginia Beach.
It's garbage.
Yeah, I've been there too. It sucks. Yeah. Virginia Beach is 8. Austin, Texas, 9. And Boulder, Colorado, coming in at 10.
So I don't know what they go off of. But there's La Jolla and get the fuck out, okay?
Sarasota, Florida is also there.
There's La Jolla, California.
Well, La Jolla would be too expensive is why it wouldn't make this.
Well, and I don't give a shit.
Asheville at 17.
Naples isn't expensive. Dude, it's La Jolla or get the fuck out. That's it. Johnny, I've never seen so many symmetrical faces in my life.
La Jolla, all those college girls there, right? What is it?
La Jolla, California is generations of physically gorgeous people mating with each other. And the level of human being that came to my show, I was like, oh my God, your faces are so symmetrical. And they would just laugh. Perfectly symmetrical. I mean, and like Johnny, more than anything, beauty is the biggest privilege. There's no privilege like beauty. If you're attractive, you go to the front of the line.
Every line.
It's just the way it is, dude. And I was just going there, and I was talking about it in La Jolla. They have to get some kind of scarlet letter or something on these high school chicks that are walking around in yoga pants and going, can I look or can I not?
Yeah.
Because I follow the rules.
You can't tell how old they are when they're walking the other way.
Not when they're walking around in workout spandex pants.
It's a problem. Yeah.
They're like with fat asses. And you're like, no, this is not fair. You should not do this to people. You're going to ruin people's lives.
That's great.
And by the way, have you been watching this pedo hunter shit?
What's that?
Where like these guys just go.
I've seen some of those videos. Yeah.
Is it me or are they all artistic? It's like they're like it's
the guys doing it.
The guys are like, I don't know.
The guys who are being caught.
Yeah, the guys who are being caught.
Yeah,
they're all on the spectrum.
They're all fucked. I mean, they're fucked up people for sure. Ticketmaster and Live Nation are getting sued by the Justice Department. They're going to try to break up the trust that is Ticketmaster and Live Nation. I say applause to them. Kourtney Kardashian has revealed herself as an
It's just ridiculous,
autosexual.
Johnny, that you can charge so much for ticket fees. It's just ridiculous.
And now they have this dynamic pricing. So face value is meaning. Remember, it used to be face value. You could charge somebody face value. Now it's based on demand. So if everybody wants to go to this show, face value is for Springsteen. It was like $9,000 people were paying for tickets.
Absolutely
at face value.
ridiculous.
And here's the thing. This is something I experienced. Say you buy it at the beginning. I bought a ticket at the beginning. And we couldn't go to a show, and I bought it when the demand was high. So face value was $500. Guess what? Ticketmaster won't let you do. Sell your ticket back for any less than face value.
Yeah, go fuck
But guess
yourself.
what they can do? Because the ticket demand goes down, they get to sell their tickets for less than for whatever they want.
Yeah,
so like
I find
$10.
that absolutely.
So you can't move your tickets until they sell all of theirs.
Yeah.
It should be illegal.
Yeah,
It's
I
fucking
agree.
bullshit.
I totally agree.
Kourtney Kardashian says that she is sexually attracted to herself. She's coming out as
Yeah, you spelled
autosexual.
narcissist wrong. There's no big. Imagine power jacking to yourself in the mirror.
Oh, so stupid.
You're so gross. They just continue to let you down.
Angel Reese and other WNBA players are complaining about the publicity that Caitlyn, whatever the fuck, is getting. What's her name?
They are playing this all wrong. If this was the NBA, they would be trading players to this team. They are playing.
What do you mean? Like, oh, you mean to build her a super team? Yeah, because she's on the worst team in the league.
She just can't win. And she's only scoring 20 points a game, which is still good for a rookie.
She had 30 the other night, her first 30.
Dude, she's going to be great. But
and Angel Reese says, give every team the same publicity because it ain't just one team.
It's so dumb.
Nobody gives a shit about that. If that would make sense
They're
if people
so
liked
dumb.
WNBA
like,
basketball.
dude, when Wayne Gretzky came into the league, everyone in the NHL knew that how important he was, and they coddled him. Like, I'm not saying they didn't. Like, there was a rule. You do not hit Gretzky. You do not check Gretzky. You cannot knock him out. Dude, that was the golden rule, and nobody broke it.
Yeah, we've seen that in other sports too.
Right?
Like with Brady, they wouldn't let you touch Brady in football. But her attitude, right, is it comes from this idea that Caitlin Clark is popular because of the media attention, not because, you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, that team, people are watching. No, but people aren't watching that team.
But you can't celebrate diversity and then get mad when it's a different kind of diversity that you think. Within the WNBA, a white woman is diversity. She is the minority in that game. It's the same reason that Tiger Woods was big. He can play, but it's because he was black.
Well, he was the best.
Yeah, but Caitlin Clark is going to be that person. She just has to get used to the physicalness and get some players around her, okay? You can't get upset and be like, we need our opportunity. We need diversity. We need DEI. And then get mad when the DEI blows up in your face. You should all be talking about this bitch got you all chartered flights. She got you flights. You should all be kissing her ass.
This Angel Reese has this attitude like, hey, if they gave my team the same publicity, people would watch our team. And that's not it. No, they wouldn't.
No,
nobody
dude,
gives a shit.
That is, welcome Angel Reese to stand-up comedy. And why some people get the fucking press and some people don't. It's all energy. It's just, you come to this, it's like, I used to say this about my friend and I still say it, about Jason Ellis. We were on a show together, and Jason was the man because Jason has that energy. I call it the Elvis factor.
Some people say it's just star quality is what
Joe Rogan has it.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan's where he is. Well, he's great at his job. He has the Elvis factor. I don't have the Elvis factor. I am a fucking shit-talking fucking superstar. That's my fucking thing, okay? I'm a fucking shady-ass, shit-talking, real motherfucker, okay? That's who I am. But it's like, dude, do you have the Elvis factor? And she has it, regardless of whether you agree or not. She can hit the shots. I still, to this day, my favorite highlight was on SportsCenter where Angel Reese is going in for a layup, slips and falls, and the guy at SportsCenter at the rim. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life.
So now they're starting to foul the shit out of Caitlin Clark, which is
Yeah,
stupid.
they're
Watch
so
this. This is a
dumb.
hard foul, dude. Watch this.
Yeah, they're so dumb.
I mean, just
they're
really knocked her
so
on her
dumb.
ass.
And this
Hit
gets
her on the
in,
head.
and women hate when I say this. This is why you don't want women running the world, because you'll never fucking get ahead. You'll get a hard fucking foul every time. Because no one wants to kneecap women more than women, okay?
Hundo, yeah. There was a happy story of this billionaire.
Is this the end?
We're almost there. Billionaire, did you see this? Was doing a commencement speech, and he gave everybody there $1,000. He gave half of it they had to give to someone else, and then the rest they could keep.
Oh, how
I
did
thought
he
that was
check
kind of
that
nice. The guy
How
that
did you make sure of that? Hey, who'd you give that to?
dude, he brought it in giant. Oh yeah, they're keeping it. You know, those kids are keeping
Give
it.
$1,000 to you, and then here's what I did. Who'd you give $1,000 to? Well, I took it from my left hand and I gave it to my right hand, and now I pocketed it.
Yeah, I was diagnosed with multiple personalities, so
Yeah.
I just gave it to my other.
Yeah, all my
personality.
personalities love 5 fucking bills, bro. It's unbelievable.
Robert De Niro continues his descent into infamy by
Dude.
narrating a Biden campaign ad with debunked and questionable claims about Trump in it.
Dude, it's just like, tell me you're getting blackmailed without telling me you're getting blackmailed.
Really, yeah.
Right? It's just like, dude, that whole the 70s. The 70s movie era is the greatest movie era of all time. And he is right in the middle of it. And they're all pedos. They're just all pedos. It's just like
Scorsese. Have you heard that about him?
I don't know, but who's some of the other guys?
Pacino.
No. But
big actors in the 70s. Is that what you're talking?
like Jack, I think was allegedly Jack Nicholson.
Nicholson, really?
Yeah, I think he was allegedly. I think that who else? Who's another big director from the 70s?
Directors like Francis Ford Coppola.
Yeah, I think he was.
Yeah, well, he's the one who defended that creepy.
I think he
Crude
was. I think Roman Polanski,
George
obviously.
Lucas, you got Spielberg.
George Lucas, Spielberg, 100%. Rob Reiner, allegedly, all them, 100% allegedly. Okay, all that. I mean, and Robert De Niro's right in the middle of that.
Mel Brooks, not really. Clint Eastwood.
No,
I'm looking at.
But so many
Richard
of them
Donner.
are, Johnny. So many of them are.
Polanski, I said. Yeah. I'm with
It's
you.
just crazy to me.
So Mike Tyson was flying and had some kind of medical event in the sky.
Yeah.
This is what it's like an ulcer flare up, and they're delaying the fight a little bit. This is what happens when you're 60 or whatever he is, and start getting on the roids.
Johnny, I had 4 taps. I was out for a week. Okay, it's just like this guy's 58. It's just, and it's I listen. There's a part of me that goes, Jake Paul wants to fight Mike Tyson because he's an all-time great, and there's not a lot of those boxers left where you're like, they're all-time greats, and he's not going to get a lot of damage. And he also goes, I'm going to put some money in this guy's pocket, too. Yeah. But it's just not good.
No.
And I love Mike Tyson. This is not anti-Mike. It's just like, dude, you want to have a fight? Fight Bernard Hopkins. You're both the same age. You're both the same speed. That's an interesting fight.
You mean Tyson and Bernard Hopkins?
Yeah,
I got you.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Tyson, Bernard Hopkins.
Yeah, but that doesn't have the influencer angle. I think that's
Well,
what people
put him on
want
the
to see
fight.
him lose. People want to see Jake Paul lose, I think, right?
He's
So
already lost.
you sent me this a couple weeks ago, and this is our last thing. So Charlene Yee is an actor. She was in if you remember, Knocked Up. She's that bizarre. That's the only way to describe her. Bizarre-looking Asian woman.
Yeah,
who,
just
I don't know how she has a career.
unbelievable,
Honestly.
right? Yeah,
she plays the most awkward person in any scene.
Yes.
She is out there
Just
continuing
accusing
to
everybody.
accuse people. Yeah,
Of everybody of everything.
she has accused James Franco of being, quote, a sexual predator.
Yeah.
She's called Seth Rogen an enabler of that.
Yeah.
And she's got a history of this, talking about how the sets were uncomfortable working with Judd Apatow.
Yeah.
She goes, let's see. And these are the people who gave her an opportunity.
Yeah,
we would not know
100%,
her name
Johnny.
at all if it wasn't for this.
100%.
She goes that she attempted to, quote, break legal contracts with the filmmakers instead.
Okay, so now we're getting into this where women do this, and this is how they get it. They make it like a sexist thing, right? Taylor Swift did this. She signed all these contracts, right? And then when they wouldn't give her back the rights to her songs, because why would they, right? She made it seem like it was a sexist thing.
Yeah.
Right? Who else did that? What's her face?
Taylor Swift went and re-recorded them. It just
What's her name? She's the blonde. She accused the
Katherine Heigl.
No, there was
With,
a singer. She goes by Kesha. Kesha did the exact same. They ever heard her mom on
the exact same thing.
They had the aunt allegedly having them on tape go,
Dude,
nothing bad
Paul
happened.
McCartney couldn't get his own publishing. Michael Jackson ended up buying
But
it.
this is what they do. They
the
make
Beatles.
it into a sexual exploitation thing
to
get women behind them to demand change.
They were
This is how
sexually
they do it.
exploiting Paul McCartney.
But Kesha did that. Taylor Swift tried to make it a girl thing. And now this chick, why would you have, how many times do you have to go, this is not a person we need to hire. It's going to blow up in our face.
Well, you haven't seen her around as much for this reason, I think. So Charlene Yee has spoken out about her recent experience, or her experience working with James Franco on The Disaster Artist, funny movie. She calls him a sexual predator. Yee, who played designer Sofawa Bright Asare in the Oscar-nominated 2017 movie, wrote on Instagram on Thursday, April 8th, that she had tried to quit the film due to accusations of, this is when Franco, I saw him at the movie theater around this time, by the way, he was accused of sexual assault, and she says that at that time she attempted to break the contract with the filmmakers, but here's what they did, to punish her. They offered her a bigger role in the movie. And she says, I cried and I told them that was the exact opposite of what I wanted, that I didn't feel safe working with a fucking sexual predator. They minimized and said Franco being a predator was so last year and that he changed when I literally heard him abusing new women that week. She goes on to call Seth Rogen an enabler. She says Seth Rogen was one of the producers on this film, so he definitely knows about the bribe and why I quit.
This chick is going to find out. So I was listening. What was I listening
White men
to?
saying it's not their responsibility when holding Franco accountable, or when Seth Rogen holding Seth Rogen and enablers accountable. Then whose responsibility is it? The women and children who have PTSD from Franco, or the future targets of abuse?
Yeah, it's so crazy. So I was somehow this was on the either radio or the YouTube was playing.
They want him to kill him. That's what they want. They want all these people to kill themselves.
What do you think they did to D'Elia? Just want that they want them to
kill themselves.
They want them to no longer live themselves. So when you study, there's been studies about the Me Too effect on the workplace, and guess who is hurt? Women, because men are less likely to collaborate with them.
Bringing them into conversations, like private conversations.
Yeah, they won't bring them in at all. They don't trust them all, and I guarantee you, unless you're really big and you just have 1,000 people around, I bet you a lot of comics don't bring women on the road. They just don't bring them on the road.
Yeah, because you don't want to be the one who, you tell the wrong joke and then it blows up in your face 2 years later when somebody's not hot and they want to get a little heat on them.
Well, it's like when they realize that it's not going to happen and they don't know the difference between infamy and fame, right?
Not sure there is a difference
right?
anymore.
There was it wasn't famous, but it was a funny meme that showed I forget the actor, but he was he's just walking with this young actress. And the meme was 10-year comic vet, 2-month open micer, right, with the chick and the guy.
Oh yeah, I
right,
saw that. Yeah.
Which is totally what happens, right? So then I wrote, yeah, and then she realized she's not going to make it, so she Me Too's him, right? And then women just went nuts in the comments section.
Oh yeah, we went through those comments on the show. I remember that.
You're right, and
Yeah.
it's just like, it's just the truth, man. It's just the truth.
Morgan Spurlock died, the director, the guy who did Super Size Me. Did you see that?
That's crazy, dude. And he's 53.
I know. He was a vegan, by the way.
Did I tell you that the Bill Walton death, kind of in the first time in my life, in a long time, ever, I started to go, oh, the end is closer than it's ever been. I'm 51 years old. He died. He's 71. That's not that long.
Yeah, but I mean that's premature. That's lower than the life expectancy of the average male.
But that's still crazy.
Yeah.
That Bill Walton died at 71 years old.
Those big guys go early.
Yeah, but it's very weird. They said before that they never made it to 100. A pro athlete never made it, but I think they have since. But for a while, there's no pro athlete ever made to 100 years old.
Those big guys.
But
the little people that live.
But it's the first time it was mortality. Now, now you know what everyone say. Did he get the?
Yeah, that's what I'm. He did. He did.
When you go,
he was liberal. He was big time liberal.
Yeah,
Morgan Spurlock.
Yeah, and that's happening more and more.
That worries me. But thankfully, a lot of people, most of my family, has not done that. But I do worry about it. I think that's about it, man.
All right.
We kind of ran down everything we wanted to get to.
We did.
From the
I'll
last
save
one.
some of these other stories.
I mean, XG was the only other funny that we talked about briefly earlier, but XG was just bailed on tinfoil to go to EDC.
Yeah, to do a
and then
it just blew up in his face.
Yeah, he was hauling an RV behind this truck that he's driving. That's not his truck. I don't know where he got
it
from.
is his truck. He has two cars.
He's looking to buy another car though.
Yeah, but he has he had two cars.
Well, and one of them exploded on him. Like, just stopped
and this
working.
one almost
He
exploded.
got in an accident.
No,
or
got in
something,
an accident,
and then it stopped working.
Yeah, and then this one
and this truck, like he went around asking everybody, like, "Hey, do you think I can haul this trailer with this truck?" And everybody told him, "Yeah, dude, no problem." And then he got there, and this truck would not. It's like an.
I think he has an old he has like an old Durango or something.
Is it a Durango? Okay.
Yeah, it's not an F-150. It's like an old Durango or Escalade.
No, it's not an Escalade. It's a truck.
It's not built to drive that.
No, if it was a new car, it would probably do it. But yeah. And he was, that drive to Vegas. There's a lot of hills and stuff, and it just wouldn't power through. So he did on his vlog, which he's promoting. He did show the video. I wish we had this when we talked about Broken Cinema. You guys trying to get that rental car back to the place. It was really funny.
It was like, go! Go!
It's great. Check out his vlog, his YouTube channel. He's doing that.
And I saw Eddie Bravo on Alex Jones again, just yelling about flat Earth.
Oh, is he back on there?
And like all Alex Jones wanted to do was talk about Trump, and he's like, no, we're talking about flat Earth because he's trying to get.
Yeah, he's trying to convert him.
Yeah.
That's so funny. This guy made a chat bot out of his dead father. What do you think about that?
Oh, that's interesting.
He programmed it with all the shit his father had written and said.
Can we hear it?
Well, it's not. It's like maybe. Let me see. Hold on. That's Ray Kurzweil, the guy who wrote "The Singularity Is Near" and who's talked about how we're gonna get to a point where the processing power is so powerful that it can do more than a human brain, and then at that point we'll have all these advances that just come rapidly, and we can't imagine how that works. Well, that's why he wants to get to that point, so that he can kind of digitally resurrect his own father.
I respect
that's a big
that.
part of it. You can see that in
that.
the film, the documentary about him, "The Singularity Is Near."
I respect that.
What else? I went to see I went to see this movie called Babes with my girl. She wanted to see it with Alana Glazer from Broad City.
Yeah.
And it is one of the most it's so sad in that it's kind of like what women have done to themselves now. They're forced to have like single, live like kind of with men, but be spiteful of men for helping them. It's just it's a very,
Dude, there's a
twisted
psychological
their heads
operation
around
against women They don't know if they're coming or going. So next thing you know, they're in the forest yelling at trees.
I mean, the premise of the thing is that she hooks up with this black guy. Her real child is white. She just had a baby. And he dies like the next day. And she gets pregnant with his baby, which is a great premise for a movie.
Oh, my God.
And she has to decide what to do with it. And then it's all about the struggles of being a single mom. But, dude, it's just so political. And it's really disappointing because it could have been a really funny movie, like a classic comedy, because it's very funny. But I don't recommend that.
All right, guys.
Anyway, that's
go
it.
to samtripoli.com, grab your tickets. Big show's coming every day.
Oh, yeah, and then I want to talk about you guaranteed, a lot of people lost a lot of money because you guaranteed the Nuggets were going to win. And
yep.
They trusted your
Got
psychic
that wrong
abilities. And
big time.
You
I can't believe it. And it's crazy how much shit I'm getting on Instagram right now for my 77 fucking thing. It's just
Wait, what do you mean?
So I talked about Luka having a number 77 and how weird that is for a guard. And everyone's like, dude, you're losing it, bro. It's just a number. I'm like, it's not just a number. It is an occult number. And it is crazy.
What do you think? Is it more important than 33?
I think it's in there. I think 33 is big, 77's big. I think when they get bored of everyone's on the 33, they'll move to 77.
I struggle with that stuff.
And then somebody brought up that when you go to casino, you play slots, and it comes up
777s, yeah.
But they're all flames.
They are. Yeah, they're on fire.
The devil, dog, hell.
Curious.
Guys, go to samtripoli.com. Great shows coming out. June 11th, I am in. I'm at the Comedy Chaos at the Comedy Store, and then the 21st, 22nd, I'm in New Jersey, and then I'm in.
Damn, dude, you're all over the place.
Yeah, I know. I got booked more gigs, but
What do you mean? You're all over the place.
Yeah,
what are you
but my things fall off soon. But okay, guys, thank you.
Did you see Dennis Quaid's doing gospel music now?
I gotta go. Bye.
Did you see that though? Dennis Quaid, the actor, does gospel music now.
That's great.
It's crazy.
Everyone finds the Lord, dude.
Well, what's the word, bro? We need the word.
Umbakistan Chernobyl.